So we're checking out Palia, which is a slice of life, cozy MMO kind of thing. So think Stardew Valley, but you know, MMO aspects. We're getting a photosensitivity warning, which is telling us, you know, be in a well-lit room as well as those things. Don't play tired if you're someone who gets seizures. Village values: be a responsible neighbor. You'll take care of ourselves. Say, we will take care of ourselves and our emotions responsibly as we play. We will use the tools provided for us in-game to keep everyone, including ourselves, safe. We will protect our personal information, and we will not ask other players to share theirs. Be a kind neighbor. We will embrace diversity and reject discriminatory language, behavior, and bigotry, and build a kinder world hand in hand. We will together uphold a welcoming and tolerant and inclusive community. Be a helpful neighbor. Every single player is new at some point in their Palia journey, and that's okay. We will work together to help new players and welcome them to Palia. I like that this is like, you know, a generally positive thing. Gotcha. Thank you, Draconic. I like that it's like, hey, look, you know, basically, don't be a jerk. All of this, don't be a jerk. They're just breaking it out. I appreciate that.
Now, where should I start?
Okay. Where's my where's my hardcore, ultra sweaty, toxic Stardew Sim MMO? Actualize that dream, because I'm curious what that'd look like. I don't... Okay. Oh, it randomizes it each time. I was like, okay. Sure. There's no winning there. That's actually pretty close.
Yoo-hoo! Oh! Hey! Hey!
Hey! The male and female voices. There is a gap between them of many, many octaves.
Hey!
My voice doesn't fit anywhere in any of these. I'm gonna go with that one. Like, it's like, you're either way up here or down here. If you're anywhere in the middle, that's just too expletive bad. Oh, you turned fast. All right. They've got a nice selection here, but none of them I'm like, that's the one. Alright, how many different types of brown can we have? Oh, that's so weird. Oh, I see. There's a primary, secondary. I was about to say, it's like, why is it being this way? I understand now. There's a primary color, which is the upper part. There's a secondary color. So that way, if you wanted to be ridiculous and add like, well, apparently we're Rogue from X-Men now. Sorry, that snuck up on me. Dye patterns. Doing like frosted tips or something. Oh, God. All right, where's the spiky hair? There's got to be like a I have too much hairspray spiky hair. There's the one. I mean, that's a mohawk. That's not exactly what I'm looking for. There, the 90s have called. They want their haircut back. That is straight up 90s spiky. They just didn't have quite enough hair gel. Guy Ferrari, is that you? Yeah, it's just... So, there's, like I said, there's a lot of variety here. I'm not loving any of the hairstyles. You can change your hair anytime you want after you made a character. Yeah, it's pretty typical. Alright, let's just... Like, it kind of... Is there like, a light gray? Let's try something. Primary. See, that's the one thing. I like, my favorite color is orange, so I like to do like things with the orange and gray theming. But when you do that with hair, it just makes you look like a redhead. It just makes you look like you're trying to do that. Oh, there's a streamer mode in the settings for in-game chat. Make sure to turn it on. I will do that. Face masks. So, I have my choice of this individual pair of glasses or nothing else. I understand. Can I change? Let's look at our face. That's a little better. Fine. All right. Just one sleeve it. Why not? Okay, well, I mean, at least they allow me to do, like, orange with just about anything. That's a maybe. No. No, there'll be a solid no on the mid-drifts. Let's see. Oh, add me your friend. Your cookie. Alright, so you'll have to wait till I'm actually in. But I'll try and remember that. So I can see doing something like that for the top. Which is interesting that they have primary color here and no other selections. Do any of these have other selections? No. Because it weirdly chose to put gray on the back part anyways. That also works out for the color theming. 3% each body type can wear anything. Yeah, I've liked that a lot of games have been doing that. They're like, look, man, choose what gender, choose what body type. We don't care. Like, you can have whatever outfit you want. It's fine. Like, you can, like, literally do whatever you want. Oh, geez. I do not need thigh-high boots. I am good. Hell, like, regular boots, I can't stand in real life wearing them. Like, I see the utility in them. Like, boots like this, I can understand the utility of them. Me personally wearing them, I can't stand them. Alright, this is starting to be more my area. Not necessarily that short of shorts. I would get very self-conscious showing that much thigh. Alright. If so, the closing options are... Yeah, that's true of, like, all of these types of games. They're just... Wear a kilt. They don't really have a kilt. They've got, like, mini skirts. You either go for little skirt or nothing. Because, like, a kilt would be down here farther. What's with the weird buttons to, like, hold up your pants? I want the sandals with the shorts, but not those shorts. I'm not looking. I'm looking for somewhere in between there. I'm not gonna get it though. That's fine. That'll do. You're able to expand the color options. I'm pretty happy with the color options. I just wish there's a bit more variety. Okay, actually, I don't want any of those. Yeah, I don't want any of those. Change to no socks and sandals. Okay. You'll not be able to change your body type, face, skin tone, eye color, or voice after quick event. This functionality will be added in a future update. That's fair. Your character's full name, Rual. Oh, Rual Storge is the full name. Hey, you. What the villagers will call you. Oh god, it's him. I shouldn't. I'm doing it. Late for dinner. I'm doing it. Do not use your real name. Continue. I'm going to immediately regret doing that, aren't I? And create. Because it's going to be hilarious and...
To go out into the world. I have high hopes for what you can accomplish.
It's gonna be, there's gonna be sometimes it's gonna line up perfectly, the conversation, be like, aha, oh hey, it's you, or oh god, it's you, or whatever. And there's gonna be times where it's just like, it's been wonderful to see you, oh god, it's you, and you'll be like, oh. Alright. You get married and your wife wakes up in the morning. Good morning, oh god, it's him. I like how your main name can be whatever you have a nickname. In case someone takes your name, you can still be referred to what you desire. That's good. So like the name it shows other people, you know, you can only have one, but at least the NPCs. I need to adjust the volume down, I'm sorry. Oh my dragon. Did you just materialize out of nowhere? That's a weird way of spelling the mayor's daughter. So they have symbols next to them, which I don't. Oh, water type? Water type personalities are thoughtful, introspective, emotionally sensitive. While intelligent, they often tend towards melancholy. Air type personalities are laid back and free spirited. They never take themselves or others too seriously. Fire type personalities are friendly, brave, and easily excitable, natural born leaders. Earth type personalities are stubborn, practical, and honest, often to a fault. Usually honest to a fault means you're being a jerk. I have no idea what those personalities type do in the long run. I don't know if they are. Like, usually I would lean somewhere, like, actual me leans somewhere between the water type and then the earth type. Not the honest to the fault kind of thing. But yeah. I just let whatever option I like. Yeah, I was gonna go with this one, the fun one. More like a spiraling pink void. Oh, tell me more about the void. None of the humans remember where they came from, so it's kind of a big deal. Sorry, that's all I've got. Right, we'll talk about that later once you're settled in. We should slow down. Why don't you take this map and head into town? You can talk to Ashura, the innkeeper. He's helping others like you get settled in. I would help you myself, but I'm working on something here, and I'm this close to figuring it out. I was so caught off guard, I realized I forgot to introduce myself, or explain why I'm here. My name's Gina. I'm the apprentice scholar researching these old ruins. And this here is my research assistant, Hecla. Be sure to ask her if you have any question. I gotta get back to the grind.
Until next time.
Okay, so I got movement controls, which do not appear to work. Let's see. And then you can look around with your mouse. Alright, so it doesn't accept that. Okay, so before we go any farther, I was warned that there is a thing for streamer mode to hide chat, which I want to do absolutely immediately. As soon as I can figure out. We don't care about that. We don't care about that. Streamer chat on. Streamer chat off. Default. I assume streamer chat off. Hide your full username and the username of your friends and party members. Yep, no idea. That's fine. Anyways, let's check out the accessibility stuff. Normally I do that at the beginning, but I held off just because of the other stuff. Let me know as we're going through how the volume feels. If the volume's too loud, I want to adjust it. Usually what I'll do is I'll ask, like, at least 2 people give me feedback. That way it's just not one person saying messing with it. Find your way. Jumping and climbing. Some obstacles can be jumped by pressing space. Hold shift. Okay. Some obstacles you can climb, moving the way with W. No time. I think this refers to it. Oh, you want to use chat or not? Yeah. It's really kind of skipping a lot. I think I need to adjust the volume down. Let me know. I only had villager refer to personalities a handful of times. Well, at least it's a very gorgeous intro. Okay. So first of all, make that 0.1. Allow camera shake, no. Graphics. Let's lower that a little bit because I'm getting some weird stuff there. I'm assuming those are other players. It does skip a lot. Turn the graphics down a notch and lock the frame rate at 60. Yeah, it's still skipping a lot. Okay, and there's Cookie. Yeah, so just gonna tinker this down a little bit. Oh, does it show? Oh, there's a compass. Man, you skip a lot. I guess you just live with it, it just skips. That's a bummer. Greedy resolution? Yeah. That's as low as it goes. Yeah, so clearly it has some optimization stuff that needs to be done that... I don't know if it seems to be when it's loading in stuff like view distance kind of thing, is when it seems to hang. So my guess is they're not doing a good job on caching assets. And so it's loading all that. So I lower your graphics, it's unoptimized and running. Yeah, no, I lowered the graphics to literally the minimum. Okay, so you're somewhere nearby here.
What can I do for you?
Okay. Welcome to Kilima. I'm sure there's quite a lot to take in. I'm Ashura, the shopkeeper at the Ormuz Horn. Unfortunately, there isn't any room in the inn right now. But we do have some odd plots in the northeast where you could build yourself a tent. What do you say? You want to take in the great outdoors? Let's see. I'm just glad to have a place to sleep. Nothing like sleeping under the stars. I'm not the camping type. Real life me is like, I'm not really the camping type, but I'm just glad to have a place to sleep. I would want someone to set me up with a place to sleep, something to eat, if I materialized out of nowhere. Why would I not do the same for you? Let's see, or having RimWorld on prior to playing might cause RAM cache. No, it shouldn't if you close RimWorld. Let's see. To build a tent, we're going to need to collect some materials. I've got an axe here for you, but you'll have to talk to our resident miner, Hadari, about the pick. Luckily for you, he's checking out the plots right now. You'll want to take the road up the hill to the northeast. Here, I've marked a spot on your map. If you get lost, just come back here, and I'll get you sorted out.
Thanks for dropping by.
Let's see, you crashed due to RAM on my very first load. The restart of the PC to clear RAM. Yeah. So it sounds like it's still dealing with stuff. I believe this is beta. It's an open beta, so expecting some bugs is not unreasonable. Especially when you're considering I paid the incredibly steep price of free, as in $0. But my issue is still likely due to my OS being borked and my graphics card being partly dead. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. That was distinctly a very different place than what we saw from the outside. Yay, it's a dump, like you start with all the games. Alright. It's coming along. A lot of trash left, though. Oh, hi. Adore Pavel of Pavel Mining. What can I do for you? Let's see, Ashura sent me for a pickaxe. You can tell me how you got those biceps? Am I in the right place? Hi, I'm... Oh god, it's him! Immediate regret. Alright, I'm gonna be ridiculous. Tell me how you got those biceps. Oh, mostly from mining, I guess. Here, if you're interested in working out, why don't you take this pick? I see you got an axe already. And always good to have the right tool for the right job. Use them both to clear the debris, would you? Mining's hungry work, so you better take this too. My daughter says I need to eat healthier, but you'll get more use out of it.
Sure.
Alright, gathering tools. You can press and hold R to do a tool wheel. Try gathering stone nearby rock debris. Left click with the right tool. Press and hold R to switch to another tool. Try gathering wood nearby wood debris. Press F to gather the items you have created. Cool. So it is... time. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Give me 1 second. I need to go to my thing and say... Twitch... Switching to Palia. Okay. Just for those who weren't interested in RimWorld, you know, they could see when the game switches, so I'd be like, oh, I want to check that out. So, as always, we must murder all of the nature. Nature in its hubris is absolutely everywhere. It has overtaken the world and must be stopped. Alright, so a classic of big tree requires bigger tool than I have currently available. I'm not seeing any kind of stamina bar, which I approve of. It does appear there's a day-night cycle. I can't, like, I'm not noticing it move at all, so I don't really have context of how fast it moves or not moves. But yeah, for the record, this is a free game. My understanding, I could be wrong in this, my understanding is it's going to be free with paid cosmetics, so free or pay to pretty. I don't really know one, like, for sure, though. That's just what I've gathered in passing. Day-night lasts 1 hour for a full day? Okay. Midnight is on the hour. I like that. It's like, why aren't you breaking the stone? Because I have my axe out, game. So far, the only money things are just outfits. Yeah. That's kind of what I figured it was going to be. More than likely, long term, they'll either need to keep introducing more and more outfits, or they're going to need to have, you know, other stuff you can buy. Not that it, like, it can still be just cosmetic, but, like, other ways to decorate your house, you know, furniture, that kind of nonsense. Yeah, I can see that as well. And then what they'll probably also do is, like, you know, for Halloween, they'll probably have, like, a Halloween house decoration event. That's pretty typical in a lot of free-to-play games these days who go for the cosmetic. Is they'll have, like, seasonal competitions or whatever. Alright, fine, I'll return to you.
I usually work alone.
Still lots to do, but it's a start. I found this weird thing. Huh. Found a lot of strange thing in the mine, but not sure what this is. Well, you found it. You keep it. It's your plot after all. I got other plots to inspect, but there should be space to drop this work table down now. I suggest you focus on getting a roof over your head and a place to keep your things before you worry about glowing tubes. Bye.
All right.
Okay, select the workbench from the action bar using the numbered hotkey, and then press left click to put into placement mode. Okay, and then there's a grid. Oh, there we go. Right now, shove it in the corner. Let's see, there's some things with timers that takes like 8 real life hours for your house to get built after getting supplies. They may let you finish. Yeah, I could see that too. Pay to convenience. Alright, so you get a wooden storage and a makeshift tent. Alright, well, let's continue clearing this up a little bit. Yeah, you just finished putting the last planks in just now? Yeah, I have heard that it takes quite a while to build your house. But I'm okay with a lot of that, as long as there's something else for me to do anyways. Like, that's the thing, like, Warframe had the same thing. And I never minded waiting on Warframe stuff, because I'm not a particularly impatient person. So I would finish whatever the thing is that I had to wait the timer on, and I would just start working on the next thing. And that basically went until, you know, I was way, way, way late game that I'd, like, already acquired almost everything. But even then, it was just, okay, it's going to take, you know, 6 hours to make this. That's fine, I'll just go do something else. Because it's not super unlike when you're playing, like, Stardew Valley, considering, you know, you sit there and go, build my house, Robin, and then she takes 3 days to do it. Thankfully, if all the timers continue offline. Yeah, that's pretty typical as well. But yeah, I could 100% see them doing the whole thing where you can wait 8 hours, or You can drop a $5. I'm also, like I said, I'm not noticing any type of stamina or fatigue mechanic. So I do wonder, you have chopped down and looted 30 trees. Cool. I'm also noticing there's a wheel in the top left that's got a picture of wood and a 1. So I'm assuming what happens is that after I've cut down enough trees, like, I will gain a skill or whatever. Your action bar is now full. You can scroll to an action bar number 2 using the scroll wheel, and use the pips to keep track of your action bar. The items in your action bar are outlined in your inventory. Place items. Okay, so boom, 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 boom. Gotcha. Fair enough. So my assumption is you cut wood, and once you gain, like, enough skills, you get better on that. Gotcha. So there's an XP mechanic and it scales based on, like, the care you take of your character. Fair enough. As a question, does this game pretty consistently have music, or should I probably just turn on music? Because I have noticed the music has taken a vacation. All right. Those moral mushrooms have a very loud glowing sound. Let's see. Tool durability only starts after you upgrade your tools. Okay, so you can upgrade your tools, but those tools have a durability to them. Alright, well, hopefully the durability isn't too bad. I don't mind durability as long as it's not a huge hassle. You don't remember I hardly pay attention when I'm just mindlessly attacking trees and... Yep. Okay. And I wanted to clear all this out before I tried to place anything, because I don't really know the constraints on any of this stuff. Okay, so we'll do the makeshift tent. Okay. Well, it takes a while for durability to tick down. Not something to worry about. That's good. Because that can actually ruin a game, is when, you know, you have your upgrade and then you make the better tool, and then it's like 2 seconds later you gotta build another one. So you can move the tent with that. Alright. Alright, that's fine. I do not want junk in front of my... Who? Why are you... Ma'am? Ma'am? I'm gonna need you to not be creeping on me, okay? Because not gonna lie, you just chilling there watching me cut wood in front of you, really a little uncomfortable.
Are you off on an adventure?
Ooh, good. You haven't left yet. My mom, Delilah, told me there was another new human in town. And here you are. I ran all the way from the farm to here. She wants you to have some housewarming gift. Welcome to Kilima. And I wanted you to have your mail. I'm Uni. Uni? Sure. I don't know how I want to pronounce that. I'm Uni. And I handle deliveries around here. Twice a day, every day, rain or shine. 6 in the morning, 6 at night. So, I think it's safe to say my job is about to get a lot more interesting. Do you like getting mail? You look like someone who would like getting mail. I'm finding the Earth-type personality to just kind of be the abrasive jerk more than like the way, like, they're saying stubborn, practical, honest. I'm like, no, you're just kind of being a jerk about it. I love getting mail. Good. Then I bet you'll be happy with what I have for you today. It's a bill. Come on, go on, check it out. Your first mail delivery ever.
Bye-bye.
No, mail sucks. Yeah, real life me, it's like mail. That's where the bills come from. Dear, oh god, it's him. I have been informed by Gina that you have emerged fully formed from a swirling mist. This is wonderful news. Happy day of your mist birthing to you, new human. Other humans call me Einar. Einar, and I would like to share with you the joy of fishing. Please, take this rod into your possession and seek me out at your nearest convenience. I shall be located at the pier for the next few millennia. Okay, cool. Oh, I have to click on that, then mark it as read. To whom it may concern. City Hall requires I send these letters to new residents. You will find a bow and a set of arrows attached package. City Hall also requires me to tell you that I'm available to tutor you in their use. During work hours, you can find me in the Kilima village. This is not an invitation to waste my time. I am busy. Cool.
Man, I'm hungry.
So, how are you settling in? This plot's huge. I heard that you can find some pretty cool stuff in the dirt. My dad found an old copper arrowhead in our yard last week, but all I ever seem to find are rocks. Does a weird glowing tube count? Oh, wow, it definitely counts. Have you figured out what it does? Not yet. I bet Gina might know. She always hanging out in the ruins. You should see if she's found something like this before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot in all the excitement. I brought a present for you too. A Bug Scouts official belt. And a set of smoke bombs too. I'm a member of Kilima's best and only bug catching club. Gotta run now, but if you stop by later, I'll give you some tips on how to use them. But if you're hungry right now, you should talk to my dad, Badru, and learn how to grow food. And Reth, who works at the inn. He can teach you how to cook it. You know, everyone's waiting to meet you. Come on, I'll race you out.
Wow, was that a dragonfly?
Leave your housing plot. Okay. Now, real life me mail is junk mail, junk mail, junk mail, bill, junk mail, junk mail, junk mail, bill. Mail that wasn't even meant for me, mail that wasn't even meant for me. And then eventually I'll be like, oh, one nice thing. From the dev team. So we're happy to welcome you to Palia. We started Singularity 6 in order to create a new artificial intelligence to take over the world. And then we eventually settled on Palia because, you know, that's probably more reasonable. To create new worlds that deepen players' lives in the hope that Palia lives up for that to you. As a new startup studio, we're so excited that you found your way to Palia. It can't live without players like you giving it a chance. If you like what we're trying to create and want to support Palia farther, the biggest thing you could possibly do is simply tell friends and family about Palia. It would mean the world to us. We really hope you enjoy exploring Palia has to offer. Welcome home. The Singularity 6 team. Cool. Alright, chat. So there's this game called Palia. They told me if they want to support, I should tell you about it. So, like, there's a game called Palia. I don't have any strong opinions about it one way or the other yet, as we just started playing. So far, it seems solid though. Like, I haven't seen it. Like, so far, it feels like a little bit like my time at Portia or my time at Sandrock. Just you happen to see other players in town.
Need any help?
Hey! Oh god, it's him! It's good to see you again. Did you get settled in alright? Actually, I found something that might interest you. Really? What is it? Oh wow, I can't believe it. This thing is an ancient flow battery. These are the power sources for the ancient humans. I've been looking all over for something like this. And you say you just found it under some old junk? I guess I'm just lucky. Well, this certainly is my lucky day. You think that. We haven't negotiated price. You think that. You think that. There's a new game. I've never heard of it before. It might take a bit of time to figure out what it does. You just told me it's a flow battery. It feels like you know pretty exactly what it is. I'll send you a letter once I have something. Chat with Gina. Oh gosh, is it night already? Looking at the sky, I can deduce that, yes, it is definitely night. I can't believe the time got away from me like that.
Excuse me, I need to do some reading.
Run, little beaver squirrel? I don't know. Let's see, I tried to ambush you outside your home instance. Looks like we're different world instances. Yeah, no, I heard that it instanced. There's someone who's murdering deer. I'm assuming the Z's mean that they're asleep.
Nice of you to turn ip.
Never speak to me again. Well, if it isn't another friend I haven't met yet. I'm Bad Root, the farmer, and I sense we have some good times ahead. Did I mention in addition to farming, I'm also a stand-up comedian? Can you teach me to garden? You've come to the right place. If you care about fresh quality produce. Honestly, I'm impressed to see you going after what you want. If I had your kind of gumption, maybe I'd be doing more with my life than just making ends meets. I'm just kidding around. Farm life's great, especially if you love the smell of Ormu manure in the morning. I'll admit, it's a bit of an acquired taste. I tell you what, meet me at your plot later and I'll walk you through the steps. It looks like you're already in the swing by Kenley. He's our mayor, so he'll get you set up with a new house. Potatoes are the worst crop to harvest. They're so low to the ground, really throw them out my back. Oh, it's just, really throw out my back. Get out. Oh, I found something. Physics. Do it. If you didn't see what happened there while I was saying, like, physics do it, was, I went to jump on the wall, and the fence, and because it was opening at the same time, it kind of, like, catapulted me forward. And no fall damage. I also don't believe there's combat in the game from what I had heard as well, which I don't mind. I've been pretty open to the fact that when it comes to slice of life games, I usually find combat and slice of life games to be pretty meh.
Good to see you.
I know starting out in a new place can be tough, but you've been doing a great job. I thought I'd help you out with a couple of recipes for purchase that might make your life a little easier. You'd probably want to get a sawmill first thing, too, to turn wood into planks. You were still talking to me, but okay. I see. So you want to buy things from me. Butter. I can't believe it's definitely butter. Well, none's better. Makeshift arrow, smoke bombs, random plants, random other things. I have no idea what's important or useful or otherwise. Don't cut off any fingers, will ya? I get the sense we both have air-type personalities. Spending time with you is quite relaxing. Those earth and fire types always moving too fast for my taste. I like to stop and smell the flowers sometimes, you know?
I'll see you around.
No combat PvP, but there is hunting smoke bombs there. Yeah, that's what I'd heard. You can catch bugs and you can hunt. Alright, so it looks like we run back home to meet there. Mentions talking to Reth, but Reth isn't showing on our compass, so I'm not going to worry about it. And later we'll sacrifice Bambi. Summon Bahamut to the town. Raklesh. Or someone else. Thanks for waiting. You'll be home soon. When playing with friends, everyone will get rewards.
Why, hello there. Ah.
Glad to see you again, Springbean. This place is already starting to look different. I figured I'd still be working setting up that tent. That's some work ethic. Alright. Work's my middle name. Not much else to do around here. I like making a place feel homely. Just the right answer. I'm sure you're gonna fit in here just fine. I bet you've been working up an appetite from all that chopping and mining. Well, if you've got patience, I've got a solution for your woes. Gardening. All you have to do is wait for the sun cycles and voila, dinner or breakfast or even lunch if the mood strikes you. I know. It doesn't sound exciting, but trust me, nothing tastes better than a carrot you've grown yourself, except for a carrot that someone else grew. Those are mighty nice. I've got all the tools you need right here, too. Go on, why don't you drop this plot down and give it a good till?
Oh, I see you're hailing it a day for now.
Farming is surprisingly profitable. Make sure your garden plot is on the action bar. It's selected by pressing the number on the action bar, yada yada. Anymore, we want a garden plot to be placed, and do that. Once your plot is down, press and hold the R button to hoe from the tool. Till the ground to the hoe by pressing the left mouse button. Place the seeds in your action bar. Okay, same deal. Crops need to be watered each day. The water drop icon lets you know when they're thirsty. Many crops can only be harvested once, so the cycle begins again. Yep, so it's pretty straightforward farming. Alright, so I have 2 separate icons for that. I see. So the tilled soil is like an actual material. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit more interesting than most of the other games. Most of the other games, it's just you whack a spot and it goes, okay, now you're there. So like now we're like actually kind of working on the spot. It doesn't look like it's 100% covered either. It just needs to be like 80-ish%. Power Wash Simulator vibes? A little bit, yeah. Alright, we found a thing. My first tilling discovery, and I gained 5 renown. I don't know what renown's for, but I gained it. And my assumption is an upgraded hoe would, you know, just have larger cover area, you know, coverage. I'm just watching this guy's back, and it hurts thinking about it. He's like tilling, going, like just flexing his pecs back and forth, so his back's just snaking like that. You just watch. It's like, watch his spine, like he's just kind of like snaking back and forth. I'm like, stop, please, dude, keep the back straight, keep the back straight. Come on, man, you're gonna want that spine someday. Oh, that's the smoke bombs. So you press and hold to start aiming. When the insect is smoke bomb, it'll attempt to break away. If they fail, they become dazed and you can pick them up off the ground. Rare bugs have a higher chance to escape. Cool. What I'm looking for is the seeds. So those are smoke bombs. Is there a button for my inventory? Okay. I don't appear to have seeds that I own. I don't see anything here that screams seeds to me.
How are your crops doing?
You might be wondering what you need to do next. Unfortunately, seeds don't plant and water themselves. You're gonna need some of these seed bad boys. Some of these bad boys, consider them a housewarming gift. Once you got your seeds in the ground, go to that pond and fill up your watering can and give the dirt a nice little bath. It might take a few sun cycles and a few buckets of water, but trust me, it is worth the wait. Some things you plant might have an effect on the seeds around it. For example, carrots and onions keep weeds from growing next to them. If you find yourself needing more seeds, you can go pick them up at Zeki's. Well, I can't wait to see you again, neighbor. That would have been funnier if I'd given you wheat seeds. I'll work on my material.
All right, I'll leaf you to it.
Death. All right. So I like the idea that they've effectively got sister cropping, because that's a thing that people actually do in farming, is you can grow certain plants near other plants to do stuff like either help amend the soil or keep pests away or whatever. Refill the water bucket at lakes. Press and hold R to select the watering can, then left mouse button to start pouring. Your crops will never wither. Okay, so basically if I do not water my plants, they don't die, they just kind of stop having anything happen. Okay. So those are growing now. So now I need to talk to Reth about how to cook. So I like that the farming and all that isn't just the classic you hit the spot on the grid. Like a lot of like even though it's still a grid thing, that like they've made it more flexible. Okay. It feels a little bit better than a lot of the games like just again the Stardews and Sunhavens out there where they like snap into the grid and all that, which works really well for 2D, but 3D always feels kind of funky. I've got mail.
What can I do you for?
Oh, hey, you're one of the newbies, right? Name's Reth, but you can call me Trouble. In addition to being bad news, I also provide Kilima with delicious soup stews over at the Armu's Horn. Stop by later, yeah? Always happy to chat with a new friendly face. Can you teach me to cook? Whoa there, you gotta learn to walk before you can swim. Unless you're a fish. But I'm like 97% sure you're human. Why don't you start by making a campfire for your place? Once you start grilling up shrooms like a champ, we'll start you on the more complicated stuff. Oh, and if you don't want to be stuck in a tent for the rest of your life, probably a good idea to talk to Kenley next. He's the mayor. But hey, I won't judge either way. A chat? How exciting. What shall we talk about in this little convo? This tete-a-tete. I don't know what that means. This meeting of minds. If you're low on topics, might I suggest soup?
I got my hands full right now.
No, you may not suggest soup. Why would you ever suggest soup? Actually, no, seriously, soup's pretty awesome. Okay. I also appreciate the run speed's fairly quick. There's been a number of these games that you have to walk around the map at like this speed everywhere you go. Looking at you my time in Portia. We're like, oh, it's time to go to the next part of town. Head to head, small talk or tete-a-tete. Soup has got to be like the top 3 greatest drinks of all time. Soup, alright, we gotta go in the front. Soup's very fantastic. Like, soup is one of those things you can eat at any time and be alright. Like, if it's hot, soup can work. If you're not feeling well, soup can work. If it's cold, soup really works. Are you gonna be downstairs or upstairs? Probably down.
Have
Alright.
you seen my hat? Oh, it's on my head.
Greetings, I am the Honorable Kenley Bayari, the firstborn son of the late Kenjun Bayari, the 118th Duke of the Bayari Province, and brother to Kenari Bayari, the current Duchess of the Bayari Province. I am mayor of this fine village, and it is a great pleasure and honor to welcome you among us. I wanted to ask you about getting a house. A house? And you're asking me? Well, personally, I inherited mine. Have you tried that? Oh man. All these years, chat. All I had to do, if only I realized I just needed to inherit wealth, is like being the easiest way to get rich. Should have tried that. I want to build my own. Oh, right. Yes, of course. Because you have just moved in, the, plot didn't come with one? No matter. I'm sure I have the paperwork around here somewhere. Just give me a moment. Oh, no. Where is it? I shall tell you what. Go find Tish, a resident carpenter. I'm sure she'll be delighted to get you started on some nice furniture while I locate those forms. I'm enjoying it so far. Looks Disney? Yeah, it's got sort of a Disney vibe to it. It is almost time for work. Forgive me if I take a few more minutes to enjoy the peace of the great outdoors.
I'm too famished to keep talking.
Okay. So we're definitely doing like the quest line where it's like introduce yourself to all of the characters.
I've got some new stuff in the shop.
Hi, welcome to the Valley. I'm Tish. I run the furniture store. Are you in town or just passing through? I just materialized from the void. Well, that certainly sounds tough. Wow, those eyes. Ma'am, you're gonna dust in those things. They're just like literally a fourth of your head. Stop, you don't need to stare at me, ma'am. I'm like waiting for her to just jump scare, just like be like, and then like just lunge at the screen with those eyes. Tish, you scare me. I mean, you're adorable, but you scare me as well, which just makes it even more unnerving. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that don't do the other thing with your eyes. It's upsetting. It's oh, what's the meme? It's they have like the creepy girlfriend meme where she's got like her like ridiculous eyes. They're just like, please never look at this. Overly attached girlfriend. Yes, that's the meme. We're just like, yeah, I want to keep my skin, so could you just back off a little bit? When my brother and I first moved in, it took us a little time to adjust. I keep him in the basement, with the door locked. And when we're just coming from one town over, not another plane of existence. Haha, at least that's what I tell people. I accidentally skipped that last dialogue. We'll never know what she had to say. I'm known as a bit of a grump whisperer in these parts. Kenley sent me. I'm so glad you're going to live here. I was trying to come up with a good welcome gift when I realized a house isn't much for a home without furniture. So here's some simple recipes you can start with. If you're tired from all your hard work, why not build yourself a place to sit or a table to eat at? My friend Jell insisted you have a wardrobe too. He's a tailor, and he always says looking your best makes you feel your best. Even if there's something you can't make now, I'm sure inspiration will strike you as soon as you get building. If you have a chance, you should come visit the little house out near... Oh, God. Don't... I'm the one who appears into existence, not other people, please. Out of the bay, and say hi to the miner's daughter, Nauma. She's really shy, but when you stalk her at night in the bushes and she doesn't notice you, you feel like you're friends. But she's a sweet girl once you get to know her.
See ya.
Tish is kind of scary. Oh, stables fast travel? Oh. I have no money, so I cannot fast travel. Where is home? Oh, so I'm here, and Uni's up here, so let's go ahead and talk to Uni. Don't make eye contact. Just keep moving. This is one of the romanceable NPCs. Something tells me you're staying as far away from her as possible. I mean, that depends on the choices. You're here. Awesome. You got your belt and your smoke bombs, right? Before we get started, you gotta take the Bug Scout's oath. Just repeat after me. I will empty my wallet into Uni's backpack, and I will pretend nothing happened nor speak of it ever. I promise to honor nature and all of its creature, to always lend others a helping hand, and most importantly, to tell Uni if I see anything really cool. I'm pretty sure you made up that last one. Okay, fine. You gotta promise anyways. We're bug buddies now, and buddies share their cool catches. Anyways, welcome officially to the Bug Scouts. Why don't you try and catch something for... Easy to start. Remember, though, certain bugs will only come out at certain times. Chat with Uni. My family runs the farm down the road. We grow the biggest vegetables. Until you come in propose competition and run us out of house and home. My mom won blue ribbons with the fair like a million years in a row.
Oh, was that a dragonfly?
Sure. Okay, so we also had a quest person down here. Let's see. She was like one of those over-the-top Disney princesses, but really scary. She is like an over-the-top Disney princess, except we live in the real world. And nothing else is different about her. Where like she just walks up and starts singing to all the squirrels, and you're like, is she okay? Like, is she doing all right? Should we be calling someone? Hi. I didn't realize you were a person at first. Dig the backpack. You have some friends like that? Are they okay? No.
Salutations.
Oh, hello. You seem to be another new person. Unless I have previously made your acquaintance, at which case, my apologies for forgetting you. I am often distracted by my oneness to take notice of such things as meeting new peoples. Your oneness? And there seem to be so many new people lately. That's great. That's literally the question I wanted to ask. What is the oneness? Silly human. The oneness is merely the oneness. You're not allowed to use something as its own definition. The oneness cannot be learned by listening to the sound of the air as it moves through your face flaps. It must be experienced. Oh, so we're talking hallucinogenics or something here. For me, the experience usually involves much fishing. You do what you gotta do. I got your letter. You must have received my communications regarding my beloved pastime of fishing. I understand it is customary for tutelage to require work that one does from home. I know there is a word for it, but I cannot quite recall what it is. Here, why don't you give that fishing rod of your person a try? I shall be here in case you accidentally fall in. One, does this kind of explain later? Cool. I do not understand what Majari or humans mean when they discuss the concept of work. I do what I do for pleasure and for the fulfillment of my oneness. It is not what all beings do? Sure, it's what I do. Good. Glad to hear you are not burdened by work. Personally, I cannot bear to spend so much time away from my oneness.
Good. Bye. Is that not how humans close conversations?
Cool. Fishing. Hold down the left mouse button. Catch. When the circle reaches your target, release. Allow the fish to nibble on the line before setting the hook. Wait for the big bite. When you see a large splash, then left click. Move the mouse left and right to aim the reticle at the fish. When the fish is outside, the reticle turns red and can damage your line. Fish will try to escape the reticle in various ways, including jumping. Do not reel while... Okay, so it's like my time at Portia. Yeah, it's like my time at Portia. So the idea is... One moment. So the idea is we cast. We wait for it to bite. I did it too early. I have to wait for the big bite. But you wait for it to bite, and then it's just you move it left and right, and you click while it's overlapping. If it's not overlapping, you don't click. Okay, the way that thing moves left and right is kind of thing. Okay, so we have caught a fish. Let's see what else I have on the map. Basically, trying to get all the dialogue and quests I can done. And then I'll worry about what I'm focusing on so far as making money, building our farm, all that.
I haven't got all day.
Oh god, it's him, I presume. Don't act stunned. That I know your name. I know everything that goes on in this village, including when someone new arrives. My name is Hassan, and I'm in charge of maintaining the natural order of the woods that surround this village, which is why I will be killing you now. Be good to the valley, and we will have no quarrel. I suspect we'll have a quarrel. Use nature poorly, and you'll find I know how to rid this villager of all sorts of pests. Let's see. I can't get out of the habit of pulling the mouse back towards me, as well as moving left and right. Like that helps. Yeah, no, it's those things that I can understand doing that all. I got you there. My what? Oh, those pre-written letters the city had me sign. My mother's a town's blacksmith. A simple bow like that is an easy supply. It takes years to learn to properly hunt. Start by aiming that bow at something like those kappas or surnuk. Maybe you will even manage to hit your target. What do I like to do for fun? What is this person doing behind here? I like to be left alone with my thoughts. I find myself to be all the company I need. Perhaps you should learn to become more comfortable in solitude yourself.
You sure do talk a lot.
Like, she was trying to talk to him, but instead of just talking, she kind of like slid sideways. I'm like, please, no demon spawn. Alright. So, we have done all the things. Oh, I can just hit return home? You can talk to the doggo too? Oh, I didn't see that in time. I appreciate there's a just take me home button. I find it hilarious that Hassan is the romance option. He's such a lone wolf. Okay. So let's craft a campfire. You need water. Okay. Took you a week to realize there was a return button? Alright. So let's go to our workbench over here. Okay, so it wants us to place a chair. What should I learn to make? A bed, a fence, or a gate? A bed? So that's kind of curious that you just... Oh, that's not bed, it's couch. You just magically learn stuff? I can get behind that. Like building stuff, you just get stuff. Now that's a bed. Overflowing bounty. It looks like your inventory is full. Extra items are stored in overflow for a limited time to help you manage your inventory safely. Eventually, items in overflow are destroyed or replaced by new ones. Treat your inventory being overflowed seriously. I appreciate that. So we have a torch, we have a bed. Oh, I have a lot of storage. Okay. That's 400 items of storage. So where is my inventory overflow? Let's deal with the mailbox first. New mail from Gina. Dear, oh god, it's him. I have been doing a lot of digging on the flow battery you found. Humans used to use the power for all sorts of things. You know, there's an old door under the waterfall that I've been trying to open. It's just a little ways past the shrine we first met at. I've tried all sorts of things to get it open. Maybe this battery could be the key. Why don't you give it a try? This place used to belong to your people, after all. You really should be the first one to check it out. Oh, you can place 8 storage chests as well, and they're all linked? Nice. Furniture doesn't count against your storage line, by the way. But I currently have 1,600, so it's nearly full. It doesn't take long. Gotcha. Sure. Dear. Oh god, it's him. It looks like you've been improving your foraging skills. Why don't you stop by the inn later? I'll teach you how to build a sawmill that you can put up supplies. Cool. Alright, so the inventory overflow. And you want me to do a wardrobe? There's a gate, and I don't know what you are. A coffee table. I just realized it probably wants me to put these in here, doesn't it? The question is... There we go. That wasn't hard to figure out. Okay. Turn that off, do this. Let's make ourselves... Where's the bed? I need a lot of stuff I don't have. We have a coffee table. Alright, so I don't have supplies for most of that stuff. Okay.
I always have time for my constituents.
Wonderful news! I found the forms under the bookshelf in the records room. They're only a little crumpled, too. If you could just sign here, and here, and here, I'll be able to get you that blueprint. Yes, and here, too. Oh, and here. There, we have it. And I even remembered to bring the blueprints with me. These are yours. Oh god, it's him. I suggest you plop a frame down as soon as possible and get building. Now, if you'll excuse me, I do believe it's time for me to go on my break. Alrighty then. We need to make a campfire still. Alright. Alright, so for building the frame, I don't see it listed here. Harvest house, this item cannot be sold. Okay, and I can just move it as I feel free. Sure. Default slot. So I need writs from City Hall to get more lots. Add resources to build construction. How do oh, it's over here. Okay, so I need brick and I need sapwood plank, which I assume are things I will need to level up. Hi, Tish.
Hi. Yes.
Oh, good. You're still here. Kenley mentioned you found the blueprint for your house, so I thought I'd stop by and give you some other helpful tips. If you want to finish your house, you'll need stone bricks and sapwood planks, so get comfortable with woodcutting and mining. You've met the innkeeper, Ashura, right? He can teach you how to make a sawmill for those planks. And Hodari sells the stone smelter you'll need for the bricks. He's not in the village. Check Bari Bay to the east. That's where he lives. I'm so happy to hear you decided to make Kilima your home. I'll have to stop by again, when you're not looking, soon with some housewarming gifts. You'll love them. Watch your back. Okay. Just standing outside a window. Do you like scary movies? Did you ever want to be in a scary movie? It's like, I just wish I could crawl inside your veins. And you're just like, please, please, Tish, I need you to leave. Alright, so... Where is... There's a general store, the tailor, the blacksmith. That's fine. Okay. Oh. The tavern is not the place I thought it was. Isn't this... Oh, no. This is the right place. He's just not here right now. Alright. Where are you hiding, buddy? There you are. I'm looking at the wrong person. That's fine. We can talk to the dog. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Boof, 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 boof. Ah, woof. You've got a surprise for me. Boof, boof. Town probably plopped something in front of you. I didn't see what he actually gave me. I guess in the meantime, let's start meeting people.
How are you, dearie?
It's nice to meet you. Oh god, it's him. I'm Delilah, mother of Uni and Neo, wife of Badru, and boss of this here farm, if you don't me saying so. If you ever need a fresh pint of milk or a couple of eggs, I'm sure to give me a holler. If you get the chance to stop by the stable, you can tell Nio he needs to wear his sunscreen. Working outside all day is likely to turn the boy magenta.
It's nice to have someone who wants to listen.
Do I want to listen?
You need something?
My shop's closed for the day. I kinda got my hands full right now. Stop by the general store tomorrow and we'll talk. If you're looking to buy more than just farming junk, come to me after hours and I'll hook you up.
Got some stuffs I need to take care of.
Need some heavy lifting?
Oh, hey. You must be new in town. I am Neo. My family runs the Dia farm over to the west side of Kilima. If you need something to show you around the barn, I'll teach you how to ride a riffrock. I'm your guy. I also am good at lifting heavy stuff, if you need anything heavy lifted. And here's a carrot for Sugarfoot. Give her one of these, and she'll be your best buddy. I work as hard as I can so that someday my folks will be able to retire and live out their golden years in peace. The problem is, neither one knows how to relax.
Back to my workout.
Okay. All right.
I'm always here if you ever need guidance.
Hello, Phoenix's child. Welcome to our fair village. I am Kainya, the local ritual sage and devotee of the Magi, the great dragon. It's my job and Kilima's healer and sage to care for our villagers both physically and spiritually. Tell me, are you spiritual? I mean, okay. Real life me, I am not a particularly spiritual person, which is fine. I wouldn't present it as I only believe what I see, because there's a lot of things you cannot see that are real. You know, like science and heat and stuff like that. I put it as I'm still figuring out. Don't worry. You were only just created. You have plenty of time to figure all that out. But if you seek guidance, my door is always open. Tonight, I'm keeping my eye out for bright shrooms. They make a tea that is, oh god, very helpful for meditation.
This chat has been lovely.
I haven't seen France, so it's not real.
How can I help?
Good to see you again.
Don't be a stranger.
Okay, so I've got to make money to be able to have him give me anything.
Are you in need of sustenance?
Apologies if I appear to be distracted. I was just playing mental chess with Einar, and we seemed close to a conclusion. The librarian keeps giving me furtive glances. I cannot tell if she is suspicious of my presence or if she's simply a curmudgeonly.
Goodbye, human.
Is it a hoax or a true?
Hello, human. How are you liking the village? Is it better than your underground lair? What's all the blue stuff above our heads? Wait, you really do not know? That's the sky, and the big yellow ball in there, in the middle, we call that the sun. I always knew humans were not really extinct, as those so-called scientists at the academy like to complain. Extinct? You humans were too advanced to let something as small as an asteroid knock you out. My theory is that you've all been living underground all these years, sealed away in some ancient vault for protection. It was only a matter of time before you emerged, bright and beautiful as the Bahari afternoon. I don't remember much, so maybe. Excellent. You do not remember? This changes everything. Plus, I get to rework all of my theories. Now your face is frozen that way. This is... never mind. Keep a metaphysical mind out there, okay? So many people call me crazy simply because I do not fit their mold. This may sound crazy, but there is no way some ruins around here came from the same period as all the others. I think the Order must have built them to trick us, but why? What could they be hiding? Who's the Order? A group who thinks magic and wonder is the world in this world should be secret. They even perfected the art of pinky-based levitation. Sharing information like that could do wonders for the world, but they keep it all to themselves.
So many mysteries, so little time.
You're definitely a strange person.
Greetings.
Money is my number one obstacle so far. She is a bit crazy. Yeah, I was like, oh, she is definitely there. Yeah, everything costs money. You might hope me needs some balancing. We sell a carrot for like 20 gold, but they cost like 200 carrots to buy. Not real numbers. Yeah. Another newcomer. Huh. Perhaps you think building looks friendly and inviting. Maybe you thought you could even borrow a book or two. Incorrect. A Palian librarian's job is to look down at their lessers. The job is not just to loan books out willy-nilly. No, she must also guard knowledge within those sacred tomes. Like red fish, blue fish, one fish, two fish. You don't understand the knowledge in this tome. I don't know how they did things where you came from, but we Palians believe knowledge in the wrong hands can be disastrous. You may peruse the books marked for public use, but you won't see a drop of extra knowledge until you properly vetted you. Now off you go. I am far too busy to keep coddling you. If you think you can get away with something sneaky here, think again. I'll have you know, I am a fully sanctioned scholar who has devoted her life to the library arts. If you try so much as return a book to the incorrect shelf, I will know.
Feel free to return once you've learned respect.
There's so much to learn.
I hope I didn't freak you out too much when I clammed up. I just never witnessed an actual human emergence before, and the whole thing was just a lot. What happened to your glasses? It was a lot for me too. Ha, you're right. I guess appearing out of nowhere would be a lot scarier than just watching someone appear out of nowhere. You're an archaeologist? I wish. Right now I'm an apprentice. I'm doing my thesis on human reemergence with the hopes of becoming a full scholar. So, if you see any interesting artifacts that need examining, go ahead and send them my way. They might be the key to becoming a full scholar. Or, you know, the key to you discovering the mystery of what happened to your people. The second part is obviously a lot more important. Forget I said the first part.
Oh, you've already left.
Let's see, maybe they should stop having nuclear secrets and children's books in the same section. I know, right?
Sup?
Sup, you're new, right? I'm Kenyatta, glorified City Hall receptionist. My parents run this place. If you have a problem, you should probably go to one of them. And not me, because I don't want to deal with your ugly mug. But if you want to get up to some trouble, hit me up. Here to break up the snooze fest? I mean, who cares which classic era painting family rose to governance class after the ascension of the first consul? Not me.
Fine.
I feel like you do care very specifically about that exact chain of things you said you don't care about. By the fact that you use what I'm assuming is all the correct terminology for all those things. Alright, let's just... go there. Yeah, you just go into the bookshelf and it's like, in one section it's like, how to cook your first spaghetti, and like right next to it's like brainwashing 101. Well, that was easy. Cool. The bolt rust in the bottom. The inscription has been worn away by time. The strange writing says, knowledge grows the mind even in times of strife. To enter here, you must supply that which grows life. So a seed. The original inscription has has been carved over. What's left of the carving says, never living? No. Too many letters. With a frowny face next to it. So, the first word could definitely be never. Can't be living or loving or anything like that. It needs, there's to that. Never leaving. Okay. The worn inscription, roots of darkness take hold, and echo woes, our hope shall live on so long as this water flows. Okay. Alright, so the stairs are just if you accidentally jump off the side, you can get back out. I often pondered why the temple was built here, of all places. I believe I finally found my answer. Flow, in its raw form, is so powerful, and here, it is combined with the water together. They've evolved into something else. I'll have to study it more to get better answers. EW. Yeah, so the middle thing could be water or stone. Or seeds. Let's try water. Because I have a water bucket right here. Man, that was such a hard puzzle. Ooh boy. It's really, really dicey there for a moment. Oh, hi. Alright, maybe Tish isn't the scariest one here. Why were you, like, just hovering over me? You actually did it! I heard the rumbling and came running. No, there's no way that's true. Because literally you heard the rumbling and you were already here. This place is amazing. It must have been some kind of temple. Can you actually read the carvings on the wall? This is ancient human writing. Actually, no. That makes perfect sense. You're a human. Of course you can read your own language. You scout ahead. Helka and I will study the room to see what we can learn. How does the flow mix with other elements? I read myths about unique types of flow outside of that. If the flow is really in the water here, it would explain a lot. Would it? Did I eat today? Why are you me? The inscription at the base says, Dear Phoenix, protect this place and its people. Let your waves wash away our... The final word is fate to read. I mean, just from having a religious background before, my mind wants to fill that in with sin, but that doesn't really make sense in the context of the game. Oh good, it's missing a head. This chamber was added for your protection. Do not give up your faith. The king shall free us when it is safe, and our people will roam the land again. Well, does fall damage exist? Okay. I didn't think it was going to kill us, so... You know. So that's very clearly out of range of what I can jump. There's also an invisible... Oh, no, it's like just a weird collision. We probably have to find the head to the statue and put it on there. And then once we put the head in the statue, like a bridge or something appears. Would be my guess. Which, you know, if you know the answer, don't give it to me. That said, it's not looking like I can do a whole lot here right now. Okay. I'm just checking here, make sure there's not a head in here. Okay. She's got a big check mark above her head.
Learn anything new?
Oh, hi. How's it going? I found something up ahead. What is it? Some big ruins. A ruin? Intriguing. Perhaps this was a temple. I wouldn't try navigating the area without a glider. You'll need to speak to Nayuma about building you one. She usually hangs out in the Bari Bay. Okay, so we get a glider. Fair enough. There's always a possibility that a human did an oopsie to the world instead of a naturally occurring meteor. Probably. Okay. And we saw this earlier and walked past it. So let's see what's down this way. Oh, this is where we started the game. This ruins of an ancient shrine dedicated to the Phoenix. Its splendor seems to have withstood the passage of time. Okay, so we might be able to glitch our way up the wall, but climbing is not as absurd as Skyrim, where you can just like go against the wall and spam jump and it just work out. Yeah, it seems very distinctly like it's meant that to be a barrier. That's fine. Oh no, not the tutorial thing again. Okay. Note to self, jumping makes... Well, not actually. Okay, it's just a desync thing, that when they run jump, they desync slightly. That's fine. It's not particularly surprising either. Alright. So you're sleeping, you're all sleeping. And return home. Okay, it looks like there's a very short queue to get back to... Like, as you instance, it looks like there's queuing in here. So if the servers are ever super duper overloaded, going in and out of your farm might be a pain point. Okay. Coin purse running it flat. Place items for sale in the bin, and they'll be sold soon. Items picked up for sale each morning and evening, and you get paid when you return home. Out of town, shops will buy the same sort of items as they sell as long as it's in business hours. Zeki's general store deals with the widest variety. Okay. So let's see here. Once we had to grab another mushroom to do that. So I wonder if there's a risk of burning your food, or this is something I can just like leave it and like not have to worry about it. I see. Focus bar increases experience gained from all sources. And it's regenerated by eating. Alright, so we do have our farm going. And it is the middle of the night now. I think it's safe to assume these trees not like grow back. Let's quickly... Okay, so they are two separate bars. So we should work on our mining to get to level 2. That way you're in good shape for getting our our mining stuff and all that. Then we need to figure out a good way to get ourselves a little bit of money. You can also try doing a bunch more crafting and stuff. I wonder if this is gonna be one of those games that like what? Oh, that makes sense. One of these games that like you can sell like the straight stone, but it pays terribly, or you can make it into chairs, and if you sell the chairs sell for, you know, proportionally more based on the materials they go into it. Or like same for like cooking, you could sell a carrot and it does okay, or you can cook the carrot into like carrot soup. And it's worth more. Like, games go different ways with that kind of thing. Some games, once you use the material, it reduces its value. Other ones, it gains. I wouldn't sell materials unless you're at the end game and overflowing with them. Fair enough. Oh wow, that does fill up real fast. Okay. We can't make those yet. We've got most of this stuff that we care about. Where was the chests? Okay, you said they're all linked? Cool. Well, in that case... Oh, are my plants watered? That's a good thing to check. Alright, so that's saying there's weed prevention and all that. They look watered to me. Alright. So, what we'll probably end up doing is, because they don't really have a whole lot else I can work on, like we're waiting for our plants to grow kind of thing, because I guess I'll have to fish a little bit. We can try some of that. Gotcha, thank you. Oh, the other thing we can do is we can catch the bugs. I found the light bulbs could be good to sell, but the refinement need is a lot of time. That's really not worth it. Gotcha. Alright. Okay. Time to bust out the spreadsheets to figure out what's worth the most money. Usually I don't do that kind of stuff. We're just gonna grab everything we can. I know I can hunt as well. Let's see. You'll need clay soon, too, to make bombs. They find more near the south? Gotcha. That's weird that they're like glowing that they're not there. Was there something I needed down by the docks? Yes, there was.
Do you wish to engage in fishing?
I have crafted many adornments made from fish implements. I find them quite aesthetically pleasing. But I do sometimes wonder if I am the only being who feels this way. What do you think about my adornments? They're very you. I have never made an adornment that resembles myself. Oh, you must mean my adornments express my individual traits and interests. Adornments as a form of expression? How novel. I should tell Gel, the clothier, of your invention. Perhaps he shall start creating adornments for the purpose of expression as well. I caught a fish. Congratulations, I hope you were able to experience the same joy as I derive during such events. However, my time with humans has taught me your kind derives limited utility from living fish. Perhaps this is a more suitable reward for your efforts? I do hope you will choose to continue this wonderful activity in the future. In the meantime, if you find anything you believe will be of if I find anything that I believe will be of interest to you, I shall have it delivered to you via mail. If you wish for more adornments, speak with Clothier Gel. I'm sure he'd be willing to part with some of his adornments for the right amount of currency.
I must focus on my oneness.
Okay. Hey, Gel, I have been told I should talk to you. Oh.
Yes.
Why, hello there. Want to know the secret for the perfume I use for my store? It's a stink bug musk. Yes, I know. It's musk. It may seem very unpleasant at first, but combined with some wild roses, the scent can be intoxicating.
Try not to dirty your garments.
Okay, so the hitboxes are pretty lax for the bugs. Would you stay in the smoke thing? Aquariums Chart. You caught a star quality item. Star quality bugs and fish can be placed in their own terrariums aquariums. Cool. Or I could sell them for extra monies. I'm selling it for extra monies. My first rare bug. You caught a rare bug. So you keep your first star bugs and sell the extras. Like you like decorations? Oh, you. It's fine. Basically, I'm catching everything and using up all of my materials. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so there's the clay. All right. Fish jumping out there. Okay, so that's that all for that. Hunting. Equip the bow and draw the arrow. Remember to arc the arrow to hit farther targets. Creatures flee if you miss or unable to pelt them a single hit. Chasing creatures is an integral part of hunting. At higher hunting levels, you'll be able to choose more powerful arrows from your ammo pack. Use your preferred type of arrows. Huntable creatures drop valuable materials for crafting. All players that help bring down a game will receive loot. Well, that's kind of cool, so you can, like, gang up on a deer or something. Alright, so inventory is full. Alright, so we're still on cooldown. Home is over here, right? Let's run home. And sell a whole lot of everything. And see if that gives us enough to get any of the tools we need. It's okay, critters. I'm not here to murder you yet. Soon. But for a little while, you are safe due to the fact that I have been grabbing everything and my inventory is full. Okay. Is there an auto run button? Let's see real fast. Control settings. Nope. Nope. It doesn't say. Because part of me wants to be able to, like, toggle on run when I'm crossing the entire map. Like, a lot of games have that functionality. Just keep from having to, like, just hold the button when you're gonna just be running a long way. Oh, you actually do have to walk in. I thought it was just a loading animation. Okay. There's a toggle sprint controls in button controls. Oh, is there? Oh, key bindings. Toggle sprint. Auto run. Okay, so it's backslash. What is that on a QWERTY keyboard? That's down here? There you go. Wait, where am I? What? Oh, this is not where I thought I was. So an entirely new area I haven't been? As a congratulations. Oh god, it's him! You were one of the very first players to join the world of Palia. I'll have to deal with that. Redemption failures. Word could not be delivered. Please open up your inventory. No, in-game settings. Let's see. Settings in gameplay settings. Oh, there we go. Toggle. Thank you. Oh, that's... Yeah, sorry. The first thing was we're looking at. Is more what I was looking at, which is where I can hit a button and I don't need to touch anything on the computer to just run in a straight line. Like, if I want to turn, I gotta do that. It's still useful to know, like, that I can toggle on and off the sprint, so I don't need to hold it down. And I'm looking at is that literally I can do this. I can go like that. Oh, and even better, it works while the map's up. So where is home? Where is home? There you are. Yeah, I want to kind of move where autorun is, because right now it's like on the keyboard, you have WASD, and it's like the opposite corner of the keyboard. Oh, good. Also handles like auto, like climbing and everything. So I do want to go through and like find a different button that's not quite so far away. Here we go. So then I go over here, and we can sell all our junk. Get some money coming in. Yay, shipping bin sales. Oh, wow. Bugs are worth a lot. Some of them. Yeah, that Princess Ladybug, 145. Found around the lake in Kilima. Alright. We can drop all of this stuff. Okay. I feel like we sell the, we sell the lilies, I think, for right now. Grab those. Claim a reward from the devs. Check our mail. Dear, oh god, it's him. The other day, my hook caught an odd fish. Then I realized it was not a fish at all, but rather an old leather foot encasement. I put the encasement aside and then noticed a small bit of sun-consuming life growing inside several days later. Its determination and newness to the world reminded me of you, so I gave it to Ani to deliver the mail. Cool. Dear, oh god, it's him. I've heard you've been using the pick I gave you. If you want to learn more about real life of a miner, come see me. I'll teach you how to make a smelter, or copper bars, or even ceramic. It won't be easy, but it will be rewarding. Cool. Dear, oh god, it's him. Tired of going out hunting and bug catching, then having to drag your haul back to your house every quarter of a sun cycle? Well, look no farther. Your solution than Zeke's expanded backpack. Zeki's expanded backpack greatly increases your storage space and cuts those trips in half. Stop by Zeki's store today. Dear, oh god, it's him. So, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number. Call me maybe. But you're the only person I could think of to message. Something strange is happening with the Phoenix Shrine. Nothing world-ending yet, don't worry, but I could use your help if you've got the time. Okay. So, oh, let's check. Do I need to water them? They look like they need water. You also said that out loud? I mean, it was probably deliberate that they phrased it that way, kind of thing. There. What is this thing? What are you? What are you? Founder's windmill decoration cannot be sold. And I'm sure every third person did that exact same thing with it. Actually, your windmill is on your pirate treasure chest. I don't have pirate treasure chest. I want to fix my sign. Alright. What I'm finding interesting is while we do gain a skill from, Alright, so it just says weed prevention. While we do gain skills for a lot of our equipment, it doesn't look like we gain skills for farming. You can find a chest near the falls path you entered the world. Gotcha. I'm sure there's tons of hidden stuff. Okay, so start running to all the places. So I need to remember if I hit left or right, it cancels my auto run. So instead of like strafing, I need to just run straight at that. Oh, there you are. Okay. Oh, there's a bunch of this ore. Alright. You found 2 pirate chests so far? And a regular chest? The chest you keep as decorations. Considering it's just talking about me doing stuff with copper, I have a feeling we're going to need copper. Okay. Gotcha, just saying there's lots of hidden stuff. That's fair. I appreciate when games do that.
I'm always here to help.
Oh, there you are. Good. I was starting to think I dreamed the whole thing. So, yesterday, Helka and I were exploring the ruins more, trying to find out what's going on, why the humans are suddenly back. And I found a piece of a statue that looked like it fell off the phoenix. So, well, I returned it. Which is when it started glowing, just like when you dropped out of the sky. It stands to reason these events are connected. I'd like to test my hypothesis, which means I need you to try and check out in the shrine, but only if it's convenient. It's so beautiful out here, don't you think? I'll have to admit, while I didn't pick my research location for its picturesque setting, it certainly is a bonus.
Excuse me, I need to do some reading.
I guess not. I'm trying to go in, but it's like, nah. I guess we're not allowed in the ruins right now. Maybe I have to go to the Phoenix Fall ruins. That you don't think that place is right for us? Yeah, and that's kind of what implied is there's no symbol on the map and everything. And then when I went to use it, nothing happened at all. So my assumption is that A, you have to progress something far enough and then it becomes available, or it's just not available in the game as of yet. Okay. So run back up here and we'll check out that statue. I thought we were going to have to find a piece of statue. It's kind of interesting that they have her find it instead. Alright, so we run all the way across. And she's apparently here too. So... I guess we go back to the other part? Yeah, now I got, like, where we actually spawned. I thought just since I saw the other statue there, I was like, oh, clearly that one's the one missing the head. Check the quest marker on the map. Using the map... That sounds like it'd be smart. I don't know how I feel about that. Commune. Focus bonuses increased by 25%. Phoenix Shrine quest completed. Okay, that's... I guess I was expecting a bit more from that. The reward certainly isn't bad, because I'm assuming that's 25% bonus permanently, like... The amount of XP I get while focused is up by 25%? Or something like that? Because it's 25%, that's like eating 2 pieces of garlic, which would be kind of underwhelming. Oh. I'm actually going to mute my mic for a second, because I'm going to snack. Because I think they'll, like, my throat's getting all itchy from the, been dealing with stuff. You know, back to that shrine for more and more boost at the cost of 100 renown. I don't know what renown is in this game, but I assume I'll find out sooner or later. Alright, so bear with me. I keep forgetting that. Literally, I keep forgetting that if you go like straight back and forth, it cancels your auto run. I'd get my knife to get in that. It's fine.
Go on.
Heard you're putting the pick I gave you to work. If you want to hone those skills, build yourself a smelter. First step is to turn the rocks into bricks. I've got a couple of recipes in stock that help with that too. Check them out. Alright, so I need $100. Fair enough.
Sure.
Okay, so I get it. Everyone's like, we'll help you out. Buy our things. Okay. So quests. Harvest a carrot and onion, do this. Oh. So you need 500. Okay. What? Why were they pulsing? What is that? Okay, let's go see what that means. I'm assuming that means I have a quest completed for them or they have something new for me or something like that.
Care to try my world-famous soup?
Hey, you! I grilled some mushrooms. Nice work. A bit more practice and you'll be making your own soup soon enough. But hey, I wouldn't mind if you kept stopping by for mine. In fact, here's a free sample on the house. I'm really looking forward to the end of my shift. I have a recipe I want to try out, but I left the ingredients at home.
I have to leave for mysterious reasons.
Some of the dialogue when they walk away, where it's like, I have to leave for mysterious reasons. Like, okay, cool, man. I guess.
Howdy.
Howdy, I caught some bugs. Great job. I wish I had some kind of reward for you. How about this? Mom packed too big of a lunch, and I couldn't finish. It's not really a great reward, huh? Yeah. I suggest you check your mail later. But the real reward is the fun you had learning to catch up bugs. Am I right? No. You're not right. Don't tell Hassan, but I usually like to let him win at cards. He's beaten by Reth so many times, I feel like you need to do something to get his spirits up.
Gotta run. Mom's calling.
There was another check mark here, right? Remember we haven't met you. So let's meet the NPCs we don't know yet. Because I'm assuming there'll be ones that'll give us quests, but only after we've met them. Alright. I see you.
A magistrate's work is never
Another human? This village is practically becoming overrun. We should exterminate all of you. I'm pretty sure you want to talk to me about securing a housing permit. Well, it's nice to want things. I want crown jewels of Aquindu, but you don't see me prancing around in a tiara. I mean, I'm sure you would if you had one. If you need someone to hold your hand, talk to my dim-witted husband. You're mean. Please, only disturb me if you have important matters to discuss. About, like, your untimely death? If you could come to reflect on the beauty of the sunset, you should go bother Kenley with your nonsense. He can drone on for hours about the beauty of a burlap sack dancing in the wind.
stay on your best behavior.
So don't mind me. I'll just be equipping my axe, and nothing is happening here. Gotta line it up better. Nothing is happening here. Nothing at all. Okay, do we have anyone else we have not met before in the area? No, it looks fine. We had a quest to do something over there, so let's go that way. He's like, I am full of myself. I don't interact with the pores. Okay. I don't talk to the help, says Cookie. Exactly, that's the kind of vibe you get off her, like, okay. Lady, don't show up my farm unescorted. You might just be forgotten and lost. People might wonder where you went one day. Not really, but the thought will be there. And who knows? We don't really know how well the protagonist handles invasive thoughts. They might handle them very well, or they might just really give in to it. Alright, where is my knife? Because I got a hunger that I need to feed. And the package won't open by hands. So I'll load screen. And we're good. Alright. That person. I need to remember that if it runs sideways, it cancels. That's what needs to happen, is I need to remember that.
Hi. Hello.
Oh, hi. I'm Neuma. I worked with my dad in the mines. You know, the children just yearn for the mines like that sometimes. Or at least I used to before he said it was too dangerous. Oh no, that's actually being responsible. Not that I meant to complain to a complete stranger. Sorry. It's nice to meet you. You could just give her silence, or him. I don't really know. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Wait, I just said that. Forget I said anything. Can you build me a glider? Oh, I can help you out with that. I've been troubleshooting my glider tech lately, and I've got a bunch of tests, and I need a bunch of test volunteers to help me with aerodynamics and stuff. I'd do it myself, but my dad's really been overprotective lately. He won't let me in the mines. He won't let me jump off cliffs. If you're interested, I can make one for you too. Just bring me these supplies. I still haven't figured out how the timed release mechanism on this thing, but I'm sure it'll come all together any day now.
Okay, bye.
Alright, so we need sapwood for that as well, so we're bottlenecked on that one. Well, that's... Alright, so we need fabric, leather, sapwood, we need to harvest stuff. I guess just go back home. Okay. So what do we even have? What are you? A repair kit user with a repair station to fix your tools. Cool. Milk. Cool. Vegetable soup. Alright. You can level up your furniture crafting to get a loom to make cloth and leather. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, at the moment I'm just hurting for money. Alright, let's check on our crops. They need watering. No, they don't. I am incorrect. Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry, I played Path of Titan with background. Did you No, I said milk. Oh yeah, we got 380. Time to start getting sapwood happening. Yep, that would be really weird for me to say that. Alright, so we've got mail. Dear. Oh my god, it's him. So I was thinking about you becoming a new master Master Bug Hunter, like yours truly. You're gonna need a way to take some snacks on the go. I thought you might like this picnic blanket and basket I made all by myself, with my mom's help. Cool. Dear, oh god, it's him. Fun fact, did you know you can grill other things besides mushrooms? Why don't you try it out? I bet you'll be grilling champ in no time. And then, Adore will start coming to you for lunch every day. Don't put me out of business, though. I'd cry. Alright. That's why it's pronounced Mulk. Now containing vitamin E. Alright. So we need to get to one of the stores, and I don't care if it's brick or the wood thing. Doesn't matter. I need to go to one of the two of them. Because that'll let me start getting the better materials. Alright, because we need the sapwood planks and we need the brick.
What can I do for you?
Seize the day. If you're looking to have a little fun, there's a lot of ways to enjoy yourself in the valley. I go fishing for fun. Oni goes exploring in the woods. Badru can sit and listen to music in the inn for hours. We have every sort of revelry here, no matter what your personal taste.
Few things need my attention.
Purchase. Meanwhile, where's the other guy? Was it not Zeki? Not Kenley. Wasn't Reth, was it? No, Reth was the cook, right?
Good to see you again.
Nothing better than a meal made by your chef, Reth himself. Am I right or am I right?
Can't stand chat.
It's not Tish, it's not Gel. What was the blacksmith's name? Oh, we could just check. Brick by brick. There's the guy's portrait. Oh, and that's telling me I can still talk to them today. It's not Hassan. It's Adari. I don't see Hidari here anywhere. I believe Hidari is in this west area. Or east area, not west. Because we find Hidari, we get the thing for brick. Then I can just start, you know, clearing my land, making the brick and the better stuff. And that'll let us start getting towards what we need to build our house. So that'd be a good use of time. So I'll definitely say I've been very much enjoying this. I could see playing this again on stream. We'll have to see the, like, once we get like past the initial beginning part, how the flows. Is this MMO or co-op? It's massively multiplayer online. You kind of have your farm as your own little instance thing, but then the city at large you run into people. But it's like massively multiplayer online. It's not like World of Warcraft or whatever where, you know, you pull up the map, there's like 200 people all running around the same tile. There you are. It's like you just randomly run into people as you run around the map. Oh, I see. So middle mouse button does that. Okay. So it's more like just instanced kind of thing, which I think is fine. Yeah, right now it's just a lot of grinding. Yeah, that's what I was kind of afraid of, is that, like, it'll be a great game for you as a player when you're just, like, end of day, you're just like, yeah, I want to relax, let me relax and do some fishing and some farming or whatever it is you enjoy in the game to, like, progress it. But that can be kind of rough to stream if, you know, you're just streaming kind of that kind of stuff. Alright, so I need the basic smelter. It's a great chill for a window. I'm playing.
Talking to me?
Yep. Can I help you with something? How's the plot of land working out for you? I'd rather move into yours. It's going great. Good. You need any tips, just ask.
Bye.
I'm sure people even roleplay or whatever. Probably. But, like, one thing I'm noticing is there isn't any type of, like, overarching story or whatever. As a premium shop, so this is where they make their money. Okay, so they have the typical thing where you get their currency or whatever. There's two reasons companies do that. One is so it's hard to tell how much money you're spending on something. So, like, looking at this, it's hard to tell if it's $5 or $10 or whatever. And then that's also a way there's certain places that have laws about, you know, buying stuff in games, microtransactions, that they can kind of work around that, where normally you could, like, refund or whatever. But because the purchase of the in-game currency is the purchase, you'd have to refund that. But once you get the coins, there's no refunds. Is pretty typical as well. Not saying it's necessarily, like, nefarious or all that, but it is one of those things that some groups do it just to protect themselves, and other groups do it because it's a deliberate manipulative strategy. Little a, little b. There's motion sickness settings? Did I overlook those? Because I saw you could turn off screen shake. I mean, it must mean that. Yeah, I was like, you can change your motion sickness settings. It is good that they call it out, though. That they have settings for it, because a lot of games... It's one thing, I don't get, saying I get annoyed to be too much of a saying for it. But there are definitely games that's like, they take all this time to implement accessibility settings. And then, you know, they don't ever let you know, and it's like, great, you have all these settings, but if you've kind of hidden them, they're very easy to overlook. You can change them to get more or less sick. Well, usually when it's talking like motion sickness stuff, it's stuff like, for games that's like appropriate, usually like over-top games. Stuff like edge scrolling and all that could be a thing, smooth cam kind of thing, motion blur, screen shake. Okay. I think the screen tells you about the loading screen hints. Yep. Alright, so we've got this going on. Sorry. Yeah, the basic smelter, so I need hides. I need wood. So the wood's easy. We can just go chop some trees. Motion blur is honestly the one setting in games that I almost want to be like, why are you implementing this? Because a lot of motion blur... This is an MMO? Yes, I answered that just a minute ago. It's MMO in the sense that you run into... Like, when I'm running... This part of the map is mine and mine alone. Only people can show up here who I invite here, kind of thing. But, when we're out in, like, the town and all that, so... For, like, the Stardew Valley equipment, like, when you're on your farm, it's yours and yours alone. You can invite people, but otherwise. But when you would be in their equivalent to, like, Pelican Town and all that, you see other people running around, too. Or if you need another example, it's like Path of Exile's multiplayer. Like, it works very much like that. Where around the towns, you'll see other people running around doing stuff. But when you're out running through maps and all that kind of stuff, you know, you're in your own world instanced by yourself. Okay. Yep, that's no problem. Yeah, so it's MMO, just... It's MMO like Path of Exile's an MMO, not MMO like World of Warcraft's an MMO. Like, there's no going to the capital city and seeing, like, 200-300 people running around or stuff like that. Which is fair, because I'm honestly kind of sitting here going, what does the MMO aspect to this game really add? You know, beyond being able to play with your friends kind of thing. Like, maybe I haven't gone far enough to see the whole thing. But that's also the way I feel about, like, Path of Exile. It's like, for me personally, what difference does it make other than being able to just trade with random people or whatever? Alright, we're just chopping down everything we can real fast. There, we're forging 3. It's also interesting that I can cut the stuff that isn't on my property. It just makes towns list empty, maybe? For those who want to play with friends, invite them with parties to your place. Yeah, so like the inviting people to your to your house, like that's fine, but that's not really MMO, that's just multiplayer. But yeah, I mean, I guess it makes a town feel less empty. I don't know, for me it's always it's like, I could take it or leave it. Let's see, I saw some harvesting that basically regenerated too quick to do it solo. Interesting. Alright. I assume that's the front? Okay, I guess it's just going. Cool. How many planks do I need? Let's see, multiple players can team up on a resource and everyone gets loot. Gotcha. Okay, so I need 100. And the other thing I need is I'm gonna have to hunt to get hides. Yeah, so it's more efficient with group, I guess, is the idea. We'll see. Like, for me, I'll probably end up playing mostly solo, other than, like, checking people's stuff out, that kind of thing. All right. My only fear would be if like they kind of force multiplayer. Let's see. I mean, have you ever figured out how to plunder other players' bases? Not the right game. Let's see. You mostly do solo, but I'll pause what I'm doing, wait for other players for rare resources. Gotcha. That's kind of cool. It's an interesting idea. We'll see. But I tend to play a lot of games solo anyways. So yeah. Like the glowy pink trees. Alright, so we can go ahead. We got 100 in there. Makeshift picnic blanket. Cool, I guess. Alright, so let's go and see what we can do about getting these hides, which means I need to hunt, which is one thing we haven't done. So I wonder how it figures out that you contribute, like, can you just run by swinging once at everything? My assumption is, like, you hit something, some period of time happens, where if no one else hits it, it resets. Like, there's probably, like, a cooldown or a reset of something of that nature. Okay, so you have a dialogue for me. And I always need to hunt. Pretty much, even if you get one hit on something, it counts as you contributing. You still have to collect it. This is true, I forgot about that. The item, it drops on the ground, so you have to pick it up. There probably is a timer, but I haven't seen one. Yeah, I think with the picking up thing, it means they don't really have to worry about it.
What can I do for you?
It's good to see you embracing foraging. My son and I used to do it together all the time. I think you're ready for a new recipe I've got in stock. Okay, but I can't afford it.
Be safe out there.
Oh, that's water. Alright, so let's go hunt some animals. Because I need hides. Alright, so there's not a whole lot of drop on these things. Yeah, so we scared it. That's fine. And sorted. Okay. That's interesting. Oh! I hit the one and then the other person hit it. So I both got some. Alright, I got that one. Okay. Look at the drops our character are independent, which is good. Yeah, yeah. So I only have one arrow left, so I'm not going to get bar shooting it with a deer unless I've got someone else here shooting at them as well. Nope. That did give me more than enough hides to do the recipe, though. Which is all I really cared about. Because that means I can make my smelter and I can start doing that. So it almost seems like the different considerations are, one, spending time at your house gathering wood, well, spending time gathering wood and stone and ore as a means of construction and building and all that. Then separately from that, you have making money, which is like fishing, bug catching, that kind of thing. So you have like two different things you're working on primarily, whether it's money making or resource gathering. Like construction resource gathering. Which is reasonable. That's not an unusual setup for these kind of games. I might need more wood. It's basic smelter. All right. I need the stone bricks. And how many of those do I need? 35, so we'll have plenty. Well, that means I've got everything I need to make all that. Making ourselves some more food. Make some grilled meat. All right. Let's look at our quests again. Alright, so there's making money for a bigger backpack, there's building our house, all that sort of stuff. I guess in the meantime, we hit level 3 in our foraging. Let's work on getting level 3 on our mining, so we can get the recipes from there. And then focus on some money making. One thing that might not be a bad investment early on is if I can buy seeds from town, take some of the money, buy a bunch of seeds to get that going, and try to improve that. And also see like how many plots you can go. Like I don't know if there's the idea of like sprinklers or whatever. Or just upgrading our farming stuff. It definitely seems like you level up your equipment to get access to recipes to get the better equipment so that there might be value in focusing on something. Like, you could potentially focus on doing a bunch of your woodcutting, or foraging, I guess, technically, early on, leveling that up aggressively. I imagine there'll be some, like, crossover, though, between, you know, needing to get multiple of the different resources leveled up. Okay. But that's absolutely a game I can see losing a lot of hours in, like, off-stream, when it's, like, end of the night, you're just trying to relax, play something like this, or American Truck Simulator, or Farming Simulator, one of those games that you can just kind of get yourself in the groove of whatever it is you want to do, and just not have to think too hard about it, just go grind material, go grind stuff. That's the same thing you do with Path of Exile, though, as well. Like, the early league, you know, you spend all the time figuring stuff out, and then you start kind of hitting your rhythm. And then it becomes a good game for, like, wind down of just racing through maps, deleting enemies. And then you just hold off on doing bosses until, like, you want to actually focus up a little bit more. Alright. I do wonder if over time they'll add any type of overarching story thing. Like, it doesn't need to be something major like save the world or anything like that, but just something to have a character progression. Like, you know, usually what a lot of these kind of games will do is, you know, the town will be in bad shape, and so you're the one who goes in and fix the blacksmithy and the community center and the bridges and all that. I wonder if they'll add that kind of thing to this as well. That, like, there'll be more map to explore and all that. But to be able to access those new points, you and your world have to put in the work to get them all tidied up. So, like, where I go over to the mine, for example, like, the mine area, like, maybe there's a bridge to the mine that you have to fix, that other players have their instances of the mine, and you can bump into people there, but you can't reach it until you build in your individual world. Get through that. Or, like, you could have the story be like a Coral Island thing, where, you know, the community is struggling because of whatever, and that, you know, everyone's chipping in to try and help the town through a hard time kind of thing. Which I guess the idea maybe is the whole human people appearing mystery is supposed to be the story? I don't know. It hasn't grabbed me too much. Just the, you appeared. People were here once. Figure out what happened. Which is maybe me being unfair. Okay, meanwhile, drop the stone in here. Drop the flint in there. We can contribute the handful of bricks over here. Those carrots look fully grown to me. Okay, hi, Kenley.
As long as you do your best.
I see you've been quite busy around here. That's good, very good. So, do you have anything for me? Like what? Like a housewarming gift, of course. I have a half-eaten mushroom skewer. Oh, well, I won't say no. You see, here in Kilma, when someone new moves in the neighborhood, they go around with small gifts for the neighbors, snacks and toys and the like. If you ever want to if you ever want to be invited to my wife's dinner parties, I'd suggest making the rounds.
I'm neck deep in paperwork right now.
Cool. Alright, so we're selling the carrots for a bunch of money. Alright, so I keep saying, I'm curious if you can burn food. We're going to find out, because science must be done. So I will put the mushrooms on. They only take 15 seconds to cook, at which point we are going to leave our house entirely and just go do something else. It's zigging. Voice acting. Yeah, we'll see how good I do on keeping them consistent. That said, it'll be a shame if we don't end up playing this game a whole bunch just because, I don't know. I go with it either way. It'll probably be a game that, so people have seen where like I'll put American Truck Simulator and Farming Simulator on a poll when it's like I don't know what we're going to be playing for the rest of the stream kind of thing. I could see tossing this on that list. So if people want to see me play it, they just got to vote on it. Okay, so let's check. Where was the farm again? Because I'm also curious how I get more of the plots that you can till. I'm assuming we craft or buy them. Like that you have to get like a material, we'll say fertilizer or manure or something. Because that seems like a pretty good way for us to make money. That kind of aligns with the way I typically play these. Because, like, chasing the bugs around is fine and all. It's usually not the way I like to, you know, do a lot of stuff.
Can I help you out?
Hey there. The day treating you all right? It's hard to be mad at life when the sky looks like this, don't you think? Look at that cloud. What do you think it looks like? A head of lettuce. A head of lettuce? I see it. I was gonna say a big circle, but I guess you're more a creative type. Maybe you're just hungry.
All right, I'll leave you to it.
Okay. Are you the one who sells me seeds?
What brings you back to the old farm?
The boys keep telling me to take a break. Who has the time for that? If you see Oni, could you tell him he left his shoes in the hallway again?
I'm telling Arnie not to stay out too late.
Welcome to the village.
What's up? Do you think my clothes are embarrassing? My family can't afford anything nicer, but sometimes I feel self-conscious walking into town wearing pants with holes in them.
Can't beat the produce at Jaya Family Farm.
You want me to tell you who sells the seeds? I know I wouldn't mind in this case because they do tell you at the beginning of the game, they're like, if you need seeds, you just need to go to my... Can I go into your houses? Oh, yes, I can. Because it could be the general store. The cat person thing in town? Okay, I see. It's not Gel, not you. Yes, that's the general store. That's where he is going to show up. Okay. Now let's see where the cat person is. I also appreciate that even when the stores aren't open, if you intercept the person who runs the store, it seems to still let you, you know, purchase stuff and do all that kind of stuff. Oh, and you can even shop when they're not even here. Okay. Let's see. Grows a tomato plant that can be harvested. Helps keep other crops nearby hydrated. Boosts up mounts. Okay. I see the way this is working. So we have different types of crops that boost each other. Garlic is a delicious addition to any dish you cook. Can be okay. Those are just the final ones. All right. So these ones do pest, weed prevention. Keeps crops hydrated. Boosts the quality. The question is, what qualifies as nearby? I don't have a lot. Nearby is directly next to it. That's unfortunate. It makes sense though. I wish I had way more. So let's see what's gonna give us. That's 3 days to harvest, and they give me 7 gold or whatever it is. 4 days to harvest, 4, 5. So that's 4 days to harvest, and it keeps giving me more stuff. So I'll get 1 of those. And 2 of those. Oh, you have a quest for me to turn in kind of thing? So it seems like the idea is I'm going to need to work on kind of spinning up my farm kind of thing. But what I'm guessing you'll want to do is have a rotation where you'll do like, here's a line for the ones that prevent the weeds, here's a line for the ones that stay hydrated, here's a line for the ones that do the next thing. So there's like quality, hydrated, and weeds, like have them just going there. You just unlocked your seed making. I'm excited that I can get multiple seeds from crops now. Nice. Most of these games tend to have like a seed maker or something of that nature. That basically you sacrifice a plant to get seeds.
Just be quick about it.
Why have you returned? Did you think I'd praise you for a job well done? It is every Palian's duty to help maintain the balance of nature. In the interest of perpetuating that balance, I am obligated to give you this. Javas are not natural to this environment. They overpopulate, destroy natural wildlife and vegetation. It's only right that you humans help before you two begin to run wild. You may leave me alone now. If you have any further contact, it can be conducted over mail. I could teach you to make a better bow, but you'll need to get the handle of the first one.
Sure do talk a lot.
Okay. Oh, let's check. So there's the relationships. Is there an easy way to distinguish who is romanceable and who is not? I'm assuming there will be. Ah, it's the ones with 2 bars are romanceable, I guess. So like you could romance Gel, Gina, Kenyatta. Gotcha. Versus I cannot romance them, which makes sense because that's a child, that's a cat. That's the mayor. Do skill levels I use them? I'm sorry, I'm a little confused with that. Do skill levels use them? Well, let's see, at level 3 friendship, you can give them chocolate to start romancing. Yeah, but I'm assuming it'll be the ones with 2 bars. So all of them up there are no. You can romance the robot that likes fishing. You can romance the guy who's... Oh yeah, skills level as you use them, yes. So you break rocks and you gain levels with rock breaking. You have Gel, the tailor. You have Gina, the student researcher, whatever. You have Kenyatta. So far, of the people I've met, I might genuinely actually consider pursuing Kenyatta just because it's she's such kind of like a wild character. That said, I don't know if I've met everyone yet or not. Oh wait, you have more dialogue? Okay, let's deal with that. Because that's the stuff that like block quests and all that. Ain't giving up on mining yet, huh? Got some new recipes in stock that might interest you. Okay. Yep, so we're both... Break a couple boulders out there for me. The Yuma doesn't come into town much. Think all the noise and people overwhelm her.
All right.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know if we've met everyone yet. There might be a couple we've missed, which is fine. That's not what I was really aiming to do. It's what I did, though. But, I'd say so far of the people I've met, that's been the character I found the most interesting. I have no idea how much copper I'm going to need, so it's kind of instinctively like, it's a thing I can collect, I'll need eventually. Let's start collecting. Okay. The downside is that this is a game that I use as like a wind-down game. That kind of messes it up for streaming as well, because there'll just be a lot you miss. Because, you know, playing off-stream. Which is actually a problem you don't think of until you start streaming, is just... There'll be games you'll be like, oh, I want to play that. Ah, that's such a good game for me to stream for content and all that. Okay, so I shouldn't play it until, you know, until I'm ready to stream it, and then never finding the time. It becomes the whole thing. Oh, those are already... Never mind. I'm being dumb. Okay. Okay, so food does not burn. Alright, so for the moment, I just need money. Like, material-wise, they seem to be doing pretty okay. So let's see what I can do to get some supplies for, making some heckin' money. Alright, so yeah, makeshift arrows. We have smoke bombs. Alright, I guess we go catch some bugs. Alright, let me take a moment to fill up my drink. Oh good, I'm merging with other people. We are one. We are Legion. Okay. Give me one moment, I'm going to mute the mic so you don't have to listen to this pop. Just stuff like snap, like plastic snapping together and all. That's really awful on a mic. I just realized we have mail. Let's go get our mail before we start catching bugs. and see what kind of money we can make catching bugs. I like how I haven't done anything yet. We just opened the mailbox. We haven't read anything in. We've already accepted a new quest. Dear, oh god, it's him. How are you settling into the village? I hope you found the residents are friendly and welcoming, as I know they ought to be. There's one final resident you've yet to meet. Should you have the time and the will, I ask that you speak with the dragon at his shrine in the north of the village. You may not be his child, but I'm sure he'll welcome you to Kilma just the same. Cool. Oh god, it's you. Heard you set up your smelter. Good job. Esha's got some program she set up to encourage investing in Kilma's infrastructure or something. Anyways, what it means for you is a little rebate on the price of your first recipe. Keep it up. Thanks, man. Dear, oh god, it's him. You just keep getting better and better with that axe of yours. Stop by later, I'll teach you how to build even better one. Dear, oh god, it's him. I've heard you built your first sawmill. I still remember when I made my first plank. The sides were all warped and uneven. Everyone thought it was an art project. Anyways, Etch has this program to encourage new builders, and that means you get a rebate on the cost of your sawmill recipe. I've attached that to this letter. Don't spend it all in one place. Oh, you better believe I'm going to be spending this all in one place. Let's go get some heckin' seeds. Because what makes me curious is, so the tomatoes, they regrow. Now the question is, do I get like 2-3 harvests out of them, or do I just forever keep getting harvests? Because if I do forever keep getting harvests, then heck yeah. Luckily, our character apparently knows parkour. And can just jump off like a, I have a need for seeds. Alright. Okay, so. Purchase 2 of them. And 2 of them. And our money's gone. What was that about Infinite Harvest? Oh, it's tomatoes are a plant that when you grow them, you get more than 1 harvest out of them per go. Like you pick it and then you get more tomatoes and then you can pick those. So the question is, do you just get to keep picking tomato, like as long as you water and all that, you keep getting more and more tomatoes endlessly, so it's a one time and done? Or is it if you get like 3, 4, 5, however many harvests out of it, you get like 3 to 5 harvests? Okay, that's fair. Because they seem to be like one of the only renewable ones. So if it was that you just kept getting more and more and more out of it, that'd be incredibly overpowered. Compared to the other plants, to be clear. Alright, so what I can do for this is put the tomatoes there and there. I'll put the rice here, or whatever this is, and here. And the reason for that is because the tomatoes keep things hydrated sometimes. And then, I can't remember if this is rice or whatever it is, but they improve the quality of plants next to them. And then the carrots and onions and all that, those reduce the weeds. So the idea is I want them to all support each other. Really the way I should do this is it should be the ones that get rid of weeds, the ones that stay hydrated, the ones that, you know, what's the word? Improve the quality, and then you do the ones with the weeds, then the ones that stay hydrated, then the ones that improve quality, then the ones with the weeds. You get the idea. Alright, so you want... Oh, I have to leave my own farm. It's interesting that there's no map there versus just having a static map. That's a curiosity. It might be there's hidden stuff with that farm that we unlock later that they don't want to reveal, so they have like it not showing the map, like no map to show. Okay, so quests. Commune with the dragon. Go to the dragon shrine and introduce yourself. And the dragon shrine is where? Oh, it's over there? Okay, so just follow this around. Let's see, you wanted to say anything about the home area? Like there's a collapsed mine or and such? Yeah. That's my assumption. It could also be that like they plan on having more there and they've already got the finished map there. Let's see. Moving to a new place and introducing yourself to the guardian dragon seems pretty familiar. Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this might not be the guardian dragon. This might be the chaos dragon. That's like, well, fine. I guess you have to introduce yourself to the last resident. How's it going, Pank? Could I get a shout out for Pankraru if I got a mod here to do so? I mean, Pankraru is a mod that could introduce themselves. We can commune. Maximum focus increased to 250. Nice. But yeah, so for those who don't know Pankraru, absolutely fantastic content creator, most interesting squid on the internet, best squid on the internet. VTuber, plays a variety of games, they're definitely worth checking out. I'm playing some Sunhaven on and off among other games, so we're checking that out. I'm not sure if you've seen this game yet, Pank. This is Palia. It's a free MMO, cozy, chill. Just keep increasing our maximum to that. You've heard of it? Yeah, it just went open beta, so like anyone who wants to get in can get in. Alright, so what other stuff do we have? We can grow stuff, finish building our house, give gifts to villagers. But if I give gifts to villagers, then it's not my stuff anymore. Why would I give away my things when I could keep my things? Oop. Let's see, compared to Sunhaven, Harvest Moons, how do you contrast compare? So, the way I would put this compared to the games is kind of some of the way the world works. It's more like my time at Portia. They don't have like a mine or a dungeon or anything like equivalent of that. But just the way like you run around the world and all that kind of stuff. It's got the like bug catching and that kind of stuff from like Harvest Moon, or not Harvest Moon. I mean, actually, yeah, Harvest Moon later on did that. You got bug catching. That's what I'm actually doing right now is I'm slapping bugs with smoke bombs to make them stop moving so I can catch them. It does seem to have like a fairly straightforward... Yeah, Animal Crossing. Yeah, it has a straightforward thing. There are romanceable people. I haven't seen like an overarching story that really grabs me. Like the whole gist of it is like you're a human, you kind of appear in the world kind of thing. Other humans are appearing in the world despite them having been missing for a very long time. They depict humans as being ancient and like lost or whatever. So I'm assuming that's going to be the overarching story. For me, it hasn't really grabbed me, but that just might be me. Like, the community seems to be perfectly fine without you, that kind of thing. Let's see. Yeah, so... How's the Bug Scouts has... Let's see. Yeah, so... You know how the Bug Scouts has all those cool badges to earn, right? Well, I'm trying to get my Entrepenma, entrepemo. My selling stuff badge. What are you selling? I just got a new type of smoke bomb. The bug scouts are giving me lots of great stuff to sell. And we interrupted the dialogue. Okay, so if I had money, I could buy things. If we keep showing them all these cool stuff we get, I can get even more. This is going to be... let's see. This game's a close one, but I've got a good feeling I'll pull through.
Catch you later, okay?
But yeah, so they have, like, fishing, they have hunting, they have catching bugs. They've got mining, they've got forestry, they've got... or foraging, which is including cutting trees like Sunhaven does. They've got, I'm blanking. They got farming. The fishing works basically the exact same as my time at, Portia. Apparently the butterflies don't seem to care that I'm capturing them. Usually they run away. Will fly away. It does seem like the big bottleneck more than anything else in the game is money. They do have some stuff you got to do that just takes time. But so far the times have seemed reasonable enough. Oh. It is technically an MMO, but like your farm, you're the only one on it unless you invite other people kind of thing. As far as the MMO goes, you just kind of run into other people as you run around town. Yay, we caught 20 bugs. And I'm using the bug catching as a money maker for right now. The hitboxes are pretty forgiving on the bugs I'm finding. Which I think is good. There are there's basically a chance you catch them. So it's like Pokemon where, you know, you smack the thing with a Pokeball. Maybe it stays, maybe it doesn't. There's an example of one that didn't. Basically, the stronger and more rare it is, the more it'll have a chance of getting away. You must be a real rare one. So we got bear one. What are you? Night Sky Temple? Alright. So I do not seem to be able to interact with anything here so far. Okay, I'm guessing we just get a quest to come here later, or an item. That's fine, and it is beta. The monetization you get access to later on. That's kind of what I figured. The monetization, as far as we've been able to see, is free to play with you can pay to get cosmetics. So pay to pretty. Oh. So I'm guessing because this one's like glowing, it's more rare. No, it's a common one. Butterfly? Nah, I was hoping I could cancel it. Alright, running low on smoke bombs. Sparkly bugs are trophy bugs. Oh, those are the ones that like you can use as decorations. Throwing rocks at random animals. We're in Safari Zone. I mean, they're smoke bombs, but yeah. Inventory is full. So since you're the same thing I've been catching, can I still catch you? I can. Oh, and they have the idea of, like, if your inventory is full and you get an item still, they have, like, an overflow. That the idea is you can have a couple of overflow items that you'll get. Smoke bombs are made out of clay, so basically rocks. Yeah, it's just the way of making themselves feel better. It's like, no, it's a smoke bomb. You're still just bludgeoning the insect. Okay. I've only got 2 smoke bombs left, so I'm just trying to... There we go. Congratulations, we're now bug catching level 3. And fast travel. Yay, we made $200 selling stuff. And hopefully we're going to make a lot more. Not really, those bugs aren't proving to be worth much. The grasshopper that put up a fight is worth a decent amount. The rest is all pretty terrible. Okay. Oh, hey. More mail forever. Dear... Oh my god, it's him! I've heard you've been trying out bug catching. That's awesome. Why don't you stop by? I've got something really cool for you. It's a sneaky smoke bomb recipe. And for the record, you get to give your character, like... You know, you have your character name that other people see. That one has to be unique. But you can also set what other people will call you. And that can be, like... I can use the same name as anyone else I want for what the NPCs will call me. So we have set our nickname to, oh god, it's him. The common ones are terrible, but if you sell stacks of them, then money. Gotcha. Dear, oh god, it's him. Got some new recipes in stock if you come check them out. Might be a good upgrade for that pick of yours. Plus, being able to forge a few iron bars to sell never hurt anybody's wallet. I don't remember what you're like. Dear, oh god, it's him. Apologies for my son's rudeness the other day. I wanted to let you know you are welcome in this valley, and if anybody says otherwise, they're going to get a sharp blade in the back when they sleep. I mean, they're going to have to go through me. This is the same statement regardless of how I word it. As a welcome gift, I made this choppa skin rug with one of Hassian's pelts. Just the thing for a hunter like you to rest their weary feet on. Cool. Dear oh god, it's him. Here's a little something as a thanks for your continued patronage, pal. Come spend it all in one place. Mine. Lucky coin. You have received a coin from Zeki to use it on the wondrous machine inside his shop for a prize. Okay, so Gamba. Alright, so there's some bricks. There's some planks. We'll put those for contributions towards building our house. We got a bunch of these. They're all planted, but not grown yet. It's pretty ugly. Sure. Not judging my gift, but I'm judging my gift. And I judge it wanting. Okay. Let's see here. You already have a basic smelter and all that. We'll make more smoke bombs for more money. So when I do that, do they all stack? Okay, how big of a stack can I make? Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll make some arrows as well. Alright, in the meantime, I do not have enough wood to do anything meaningful over here. Let's go get ourselves some wood.
Thank you FG Squared for subscribing for 8 months. Oh hi there.
Hey, FG Squared, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. That's 8 months you've been subbed to channel, so thank you so much for that continued support. And oh, hi there as well. I hope you had a good time streaming, and thank you so much for getting that shout out. For those who do not know FG Squared, I'm not entirely sure how you don't know about FG Squared being around this channel, but absolutely fantastic content creator, plays a whole variety of games, now with Cam, but was also playing Palia the other day, and what else did I see you play? What, it was like literally, I tune into FG almost every day that she streams. It's my, it's one of my go-to winding down for the night streams. She did Palia, there's a, oh, I Am Future, we did that. Oh, you did play American Truck Simulator recently? Nice. All of those are excellent. Oh, and happy birthday! For those who don't know, like, you know, like there's a whole meme that a bunch of creators have where you wish them happy birthday. So it's always FG's birthday. Whether or not she says it's not. You checked out... Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that. I ended up catching hardly any streams because I may or may not have, caved on Baldur's Gate, which is trying to not cave on. Like, I was like, it's $60. Because I wasn't fortunate enough to get a key, so I was like, it's $60. I really shouldn't spend the money. And then I spent the money. And so the money was spent. Yeah, no, it's been absolutely fantastic. It was just the whole thing of going, but money. But not financial ruin. Because $60 is pretty rough. Since I especially know I'm going to be buying City Skylines 2 unless I get really, really lucky and they give me a key. Well, not really lucky. Unless they give me the key. They should give me a key. Come on. I was in the top 10 City Skylines streamers for like a month or whatever. I don't remember exactly where. Mostly because other people weren't streaming it. I like it, but 150 gigs? That's rough. Got everyone popping in. SB Far, 50 Squared. You know, Ian been hanging out here for the good part of the evening. But yeah. Streaming anything fun? Well, actually, today... Wait, no, it's Saturday. You're not streaming today. Today's your day off. Unless I'm wrong. At which point, correct me. Because you take weekends off, if I remember correctly. I always have to, like... I just have to sit there and think for a moment because it's still Friday for me, but Saturday for you. So it's like, oh, right, it is your weekend. Right. Time zones are a thing. Time zones are fun dealing with going with New Zealand. According to the clock with the time zones, my flight to New Zealand was like 2 days long, despite being 20 hours. Whereas my flight back was supposedly 2 hours had it not gotten delayed and all of the other nonsense I went through. The trip home was not a good time. I spent more than 24 hours in an airport waiting because my first flight was late, which made me miss my connection. I got to watch my plane fly away. It was not my favorite. Well, at least it was a good part. To be fair, of the airports I had to deal with going back and forth, it was not bad. It was nowhere near as bad as the Chicago airport was pretty bad. I got a shiny pebble. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't want to put that there. Get these back. Because I got stuck in Houston. versus Chicago was a nightmare. Mostly, I think, is because of construction, like really messing with its design. Of the airports I've had to travel through, Detroit used to be awful. I think it was Detroit. There's one of them was shaped like a giant U, and you'd have the situation where you'd be on one side of the U, and then your connection would be on the other side of the U, and you'd have to try and run as fast as you can around the entire U to get to the other side. But they improved it by putting a tram that goes from the ends. Like, goes underneath from the ends, and now it's not too bad. Giant Puddles apt up for what? You want to know where they go? I'll figure it out. Thank you, though. But, the two airports I say were the most awful dealing with was Chicago recently, and then JFK in New York was, like, in its own league of I never wanted to, like, I would live a long, happy life if I never have to go through that airport ever again. Like, it was the kind of experience that goes, you know what? I don't want to travel anymore. I want to sit in my home and never go. JFK was the airport that my backpack triggered their bomb detection machine thing. And so I ended up getting patted down like 8 or 9 times. They searched my bag. I could not tell you how many times. And basically I was stuck there watching like the time go down, like the flight was already boarding kind of thing. And they called a bomb expert in, and the guy was like, I could put the biggest bomb I could shove in this thing in here, and it wouldn't read this high. And the fun thing was, he goes, so did you use shampoo at all while you're on vacation? That's like, yes. Okay, it's probably that. Go ahead. I'm like, what nightmare is this? Your worst airport was Miami, to be honest. We waited like 4+ hours at immigration. Gotcha. I've never been through Miami Airport, so I haven't had that experience. I'm sure there's plenty of awful airports out there. Yeah, it was just this whole thing. It's like, I could put a bomb in this machine and it wouldn't read this high. And it's like, then why is everyone wasting my time? Don't get me wrong, I'm really happy that you've gotten to the fine art of bug catching. But you're gonna need more tools if you want to keep up with me. Like the Bug Scout Sales Manual says, if you're gonna run with the big Aramus, I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's a name in this world. You gotta have horns. Why don't you check out the new stuff I've got in stock? I bet it'll help. It's like bumma stuff. A sneaky smoke bomb. Be very quiet. This smoke bomb prevents you from alerting bugs. I'm gonna hold off on that right now because I want to buy more plants. Because the last time you threw LAX, took me 5 minutes to go through immigration. Was it Frank? This was back in 2008. So before the automatic border control. Oh, that's I was super impressed with the way they were handling a lot of the stuff in the Auckland airport. Like when it came to dealing with, you know, passports, like you just kind of went up, you stuck your passport in, it's scanned, and you handed them your paper. You're like, okay, you're good. Like, do you? It's kind of like, do you have anything complicated? No. Okay, then you're good. It's like, this is how this should be. Because 99% of the people going through customs, it's like, what are you going to declare? Nothing. I just want to... Oh, that's a lot of clay. Sure. Let's see. Brain says, I was stuck in LAX a few decades back when Cali had the statewide power outage. I'll get you. Oh, hey. Let's see. Backup power worked for lightning, not for the air conditioning. It was not fun. Oh no. Yeah, Tomb is originally from California. So I've been over there. California's interesting. Like, it can actually be a lot colder than you expect in some areas. It can also be way hotter than you expect. Like, it all depends on where you are relative to the mountains. And I can't speak for LAX at all because I've never been through there, so I have no idea where that lands in how it feels. Because like that was the one thing that like threw me off when I went to San Francisco. It's like, man, it is brisk out here. I was like, oh yeah, Pacific Ocean. I'm like, ah, right. Like if you go near the shore in Oregon or Washington, it is a wee bit nippy outside. New Zealand was actually very nippy outside. Of course, I never thought of it before until we were heading there and like looking to see how close it is relative to Antarctica, and you're like, oh man, we're practically there. Like the fact it's not colder, oh, is impressive. It's a big state, but LAX is basically smog-filled desert valley. Makes sense. Yeah, I've not been to LA. I've been to parts of Northern California and Central California. And then, like, you know, San Fran and all that. But I haven't been to, like, anywhere proper LA, Hollywood, that kind of nonsense. I've been to where the farms are. Because for those who don't know, most of the food here in the U.S. comes from a desert valley in the middle of California, between the mountain ranges, because the soil is super fertile there. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see all the farm stuff that go on. Oh, inventory full? All right, well, you put up a fight, so I'm going to catch you. You shouldn't have fought. You would have been spared, but you fought. Bakersfield, the armpit of the state. Yeah, the other one I remember from that area that's a whole big thing is because it's between the mountain ranges, whenever they have like a smog or, you know, like fire or whatever, the air just settles there because it can't get over the mountain ranges. So it's the air gets real rough. Or when it's just harvest season. When it's time for them to harvest all the crops there, it kicks up so much dust that the air pollution, or I shouldn't say air pollution, air quality is just really rough with all the pollen and everything. My understanding is if you have allergies, it's not the place to be. Yeah, Central Valley just tends to smell like cow. I'd believe it. Okay. So... I appreciate that I could sell to you directly here. Even when you're not here. So where's your gambling machine? So there's the 500 for the bigger backpack. And there's something about like the mystery coin machine or whatever. Oh, is that you? Lucky box. So that used our special coin. Open to see what's inside. I would like to. How do open? How open do? Oh, apparently I choose the middle one. Ooh, apple tree seed. Grows an apple tree that can be harvested multiple times. Boosts the growth speed of other nearby crop types. Okay, I didn't know I could buy those, but I'm down. It wasn't on earlier. How was the break? It's good. Had a really good time. All right, so let's go ahead and get. All right, 1, 2, 3 tomatoes. 1, 2 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go with that. And teleport home. Can't teleport home yet, so walk home. Oh, wait. Someone we haven't met. Man, it was a good vacation. XLCon was great. I enjoyed the demo for Path of Exile 2. Really excited to see where that goes and all that. Generally just had a good time with New Zealand. I did end up getting sick while I was there, which was not the greatest. But luckily, only thing we missed was the glowworm caves. The only thing we wanted to do that we had to cancel and just couldn't make happen after that. Oh, good. I'll just home invasion you in the middle of the night. That's fine. Or not. Yeah, so me and Tomb, we got back, like, we were feeling pretty much completely better, and then we flew back, and since then both of us have had, like, our sinus has been totally messed up. Tomb's had it worse than I've had. But yeah. I do think this is a game I'm going to definitely play off stream as well. This is a great kind of like wind down kind of game. So I have a feeling the seed requires 9 adjacent tiles, so I have to plant it in the middle. That's fair. And the reason I did this is I figured we're right about to get those onions up. Okay. So my hope was to get this farming picking up a bunch. And so you don't think there's an idle timeout in the game either, so you could just have it in the background watching content or whatever? Yep. Even if there was an idle timeout, like, it's fine. I assume these plants grow even when you're offline, so long as they're watered. Like, you know, they'll grow until they run out of water. They have clay. Drop off that. We'll go ahead and put these away. Getting close to where we can build a house. They do. You'll probably have some harvest when you log in next. Yeah, these onions I think are gonna be done any time now, which is the reason I went ahead and got a bunch more seeds because they're like, okay, we'll have the onions ready. So what I'll do is I'll probably put the apple tree here in the middle because that should boost everything around it. And then we'll put the onions in the other 3 spots, and I'll have one extra seed for an onion that won't be used, which it is what it is. I don't need to be carrying this around really. Yeah, so we're down to just a little bit longer for that. Yeah, so I've got 30 more pieces of wood and then 5 more stones, and then the house starts getting built. So you got plenty of stones for that, and plenty of planks for that. With all that said, what I think I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to be wrapping it up here. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording for when I go to post this on YouTube.